Chapter 2278. He's very skilled. He's definitely not someone the Hong Kong and Macau police can cultivate. Chang Mo said. I fought him before. I couldn't gain the upper hand even when I went all out. If you ask me, I'm afraid no one among us is a match for him other than Brother Kangkong. Nian Yi was slightly taken aback. There was some disbelief in her eyes. Is it that exaggerated? We're not a match for him. At the very least, there's a huge gap between our abilities. I won't be able to gain the upper hand if I fight him. Chang Mo said. I'll be utterly defeated if I fight him one-on-one. Have any of you ever asked me to admit that? That's because we usually can't bear to actually attack you. Nian Yi continued. We're holding back. Gu Li spoke up again. Then how do you know he's not holding back? Maybe he's holding back as well. Maybe he's holding back more than we are. Nian Yi, don't be angry. Maybe he's really someone we can't afford to offend. I really don't believe he's holding back anything. Nian Yi was somewhat unhappy about this. He really could not accept Chang Mo's words. It was too wrong. It was simply undermining his own prestige and boosting the others. Kangkong and Gu Li were the same. They were the calmer type. Maybe he really is holding back. Otherwise, why would Chang Mo be unharmed when he faced such an overwhelming opponent? This doesn't make sense. Maybe he's just a pretty face. He doesn't have the ability to hurt anyone. Nian Yi was still unconvinced. Jiesu could not help but speak up. Even if he's an expert who's more powerful than us, if we can't defeat him alone, we can send 2. If 2 can't defeat him, we can send 3. Jiesu is right. Gu Li said. No matter how powerful an expert is, it'll be difficult for him to withstand our attacks. That's why we should try not to act alone. If we come into physical contact with him, we need to ensure our own safety. Gu Li, I'll leave Chang Mo in your care. Nian Yi, you and Jiesu will be in the same group. Kangkong said. The 5 of us will split into 3 groups. Don't underestimate the enemy. Then you have to be even more careful when you're alone. Chang Mo said. Avoid direct confrontation if you can. Don't worry, I will. Remnant said. Remember, we're only following him to find out Gu Ming's whereabouts. We're going for the Ebola virus weapon, not to cause trouble for him. Do you understand what I mean? Understood. Kangkong glanced at Nian Yi again. Especially you. Don't feel indignant because of Chang Mo's words. Don't try to fight him to the death. Think clearly about your mission and goals. I know. Nian Yi replied. I won't be that foolish. Even if I say so, it's not like I don't have a brain. You're the one who said that. Do you really want to think about it carefully? Chang Mo said. Brother Nian Yi, I know you're very powerful. I didn't mean that you're not powerful. I just meant that Su Yun isn't the kind of person we imagined him to be. He's much more powerful than we thought. I understand. Nian Yi said. I'm not a child. I definitely won't care about these things. Don't worry, I'll be fine. You guys must be careful. I'll be with him. Even if something happens, the 2 of us won't be at a disadvantage, Jiesu said. After the members of Heavens I had determined their respective duties, they left one after another. Due to the limitations of their current movements, they could only carry out everything in secret. Fortunately, they had done their homework in this area and had a better understanding of the terrain of Hong Kong and Macau. Li Rongtian was now completely obedient to Su Yun. He was now most afraid that he would be implicated by Gu Ming's bad deeds. Once something like that happened, he wouldn't be able to push it away even if he wanted to. He had to be prepared before it happened. Li Rongtian felt relieved that he could serve Su Yun to his heart's content. He didn't care about anything else. As long as Su Yun didn't pin Gu Ming's dirty deeds on him, everything would be fine. After some hard work by Li Rongtian, they finally found the target location of the ship. The ship was near a small island in the southwest of the Penghu archipelago. Li Rongtian was slightly stunned. He had been to this small island before. Other than a mountain, there was nothing else on the island. That's a godforsaken place, Li Rongtian said. If Gu Ming wanted to go to that island, he could have just taken a plane to Wang'an Airport. There's not much water between that island and Wang'an Airport. Wouldn't it be faster to take a ship from Wang, and after getting off the plane? If he could take a plane, you wouldn't have been involved. Su Yun smiled. You know that place, right? Isn't it very suitable for some shady deals? It's really not suitable. Li Rongtian said. There's no one there at all. There's no place to stay or eat. Who would want to go there? It's a very small island with no scenery. Almost no one would go there on a normal day. Su Yun nodded. And according to this time, if they went to that island, they would be at least halfway back, Li Rongtian said. Hearing this, Su Yun couldn't help but frown. Then if they went to Taiwan Island and returned on time, would it be? That's about right. They can return to this location. Li Rongtian said. It's just this is not quite right. If they went to Taiwan Island, there's no need for them to take a detour to the Penghu archipelago. They could have just gone to Tainan or Kaohsiung. There's no need to waste so much energy to take a detour. Su Yun. No matter what, go directly to Wang'an Airport, and then go there to take a look. Wouldn't all the problems be solved if they found the ship? After all, you have lost contact with your cousin now. Don't you want to know what happened? Yes, of course, Li Rongtian said. Su Yun nodded. Well, you get ready. I'll immediately arrange a plane to take us there to take a look. If everything is fine, it's best. As long as your cousin tells me Gu Ming's whereabouts, I'll let you go. If there's an accident, then my condolences. What do you mean? Didn't I say that if Gu Ming didn't want you to know where he went, he would definitely kill you? Su Yun. I hope everything is fine. At least your cousin is quite innocent. He just helped you drive a black ship and lost his life. If this gets out, it's really shameful. Li Rongtian's face was very ugly. He was naturally very concerned about this matter. If something really happened to his cousin, he wouldn't be able to explain it to his aunt. He took the initiative to ask his cousin for this business. He said it was a lucrative job. The more lucrative the job, the greater the risk. Everyone knew this. Li Rongtian naturally considered this problem. His cousin's family would also ask about this concern. If it were any other day, Li Rongtian would be a little more worried. However, this time, he was working for the director of the Hong Kong and Macau Police Special Operations Department. He had confidence in his heart. Working for the director would definitely be safe, right? Moreover, the Special Operations Department did special things. He might even be able to make a contribution. Therefore, Li Rongtian was very sure that there wouldn't be any problems. It was just an easy job with a lot of money. If something were to happen now, his aunt's family would definitely not let him off the hook easily. Li Rongtian crossed his arms and prayed to the heavens. Please don't let anything happen. As long as nothing happened, he would do anything. This time he didn't want a single cent of the money. He could even give it all to his cousin. Su Yun made a judgment based on the clues found by Li Rongtian. He asked LV Huarong to arrange a plane. LV Huarong also agreed very quickly. Now the matter was very complicated. It was so complicated that it made him uneasy. As long as Su Yun could grasp the clues and solve the matter for him, he could say anything. Any request would be unconditionally agreed to by Su Yun. As long as Su Yun could solve the matter beautifully for him, nothing else was a problem. LV Huarong quickly arranged a plane for Su Yun according to his request. He also arranged a few people for him to go with him, including Yang Qi. Li Guang also mentioned that he wanted to help, but because he was injured, his physical condition didn't allow it. In the end, he had to give up. Chapter 2279. Flying at high altitudes would cause a large air pressure difference. Most people would not be able to adapt to it, just like how many people would feel uncomfortable in their ears when the plane was ascending. A person who had just recovered from a new injury might explode under such pressure, causing a second injury. Because Li Guang's wound was in his chest, and it also involved damage to his lungs, no one agreed to let him take this risk. If something really went wrong, it would not be something that Li Guang could bear. We will definitely bring back the Ebola virus weapon. Su Yun promised Li Guang. He was still very confident about this. Be careful. Li Guang gave them his last blessing. Bon voyage. The plane took off. Yang Qi's face was ashen. She still could not digest this matter. After all, she had been working under Gu Ming for so many years. She really could not accept Gu Ming's sudden change in role. She could not understand why. What made Gu Ming become like this? Was it just because of money? Then was everything that Gu Ming had dedicated to the police for so many years fake? When the police confirmed that there was something wrong with Gu Ming, they also arrested his family members. However, it was all too late. After investigation, Gu Ming had arranged for all his family members to emigrate to Canada a month ago. In that case, Gu Ming had already planned this a month ago. At that time, they had not gone to Beijing to seek help. Don't think too much about it. Good and evil are just thoughts. Maybe Gu Ming himself does not know why he did such a thing. Su Yin smiled slightly. Some people do good all their lives, but because of a wrong thought, they fall into the abyss. Many people do evil, but because of a single thought, they become good again. This kind of thing happens every day in this world. Don't worry too much. Yes, but I can't believe that Gu Ming will change, Yang Qi said. Yang Qi said, do you know? Ever since I entered this industry, everything I've done has been taught by him. He told me to be loyal to my duty, to my career, and to remember that everything I do will affect the stability and harmony of society. Su Yin patted Yang Qi on the shoulder. The more they talked about this topic, the more tangled she would feel. It was better not to think about it. Li Rongtian was a little excited on the plane. This was his first time on a plane, and it was his first time on a private plane. This made him feel very excited. I, the water ghost, have been on all kinds of ships at sea, but I have never been on a plane. You're having a good time, aren't you? Su Yin said. If we can't find Gu Ming, you'll be even better. Li Rongtian had an awkward look on his face. He was actually very unhappy about this matter. Gu Ming committed a crime because the police did not take good care of him, and did not educate him well. What did it have to do with him? This was really too funny. It made it seem like he was an accomplice. I've been very cooperative, Officer Su. I've really fallen into your hands. Li Rongtian said. If there was a second choice, Li Rongtian would not have come with them. The plane soon arrived at the destination. They quickly got off the plane and followed Li Rongtian's lead to the island. True to their expectations, they found Li Rongtian's boat at the dock of the island. Li Rongtian couldn't wait to rush to the boat. At this moment, he was very nervous. As long as his cousin was fine, he didn't care about anything else. However, he was disappointed in the end. When he entered the cabin, he smelled a rotten smell. Then Su Yin, Yang Qi, and the others walked in. Someone's dead. Su Yin immediately determined the source of the smell. Several police officers who came with Su Yin and the others quickly took out their pistols. Su Yin looked at them and really wondered if they were police officers. There won't be anyone here. The murderer won't be able to tolerate this smell and stay in here all the time. The person must have run away long ago. Don't waste your energy. Only then did the few criminal police officers relax. They quickly found a corpse. Li Rongtian recognized that it was his cousin at a glance. At this moment, it was as if he had been struck by lightning. Li Rongtian knelt on the ground. His head was about to explode. How was he going to explain this to his aunt? The dead could not be resurrected. This was an irreversible situation. Li Rongtian kept sighing. No one could understand the anxiety in his heart. Gu Ming, that bastard. Let me catch him. I must kill him. Li Rongtian gritted his teeth and said, that bastard. The murderer drove the boat here after killing the victim. Su Yin said, the victim was stabbed 6 times. According to his condition, he made a very fierce resistance. Obviously, it was not done by Gu Ming himself. Yang Qi also nodded. That's right. With Gu Ming's skills, he didn't need so many knives. What? How could it not be done by him? He wanted the boat. He must have killed the person. Li Rongtian heard their words and thought that they were trying to exonerate Gu Ming. Judging from the knife he used to kill Wang Jingjin, he knows how to kill people very well. Su Yin said, after all, he is the head of the Special Operations Department. His skills are extraordinary. The knife he used to cut Wang Jingjin's throat was neither deep nor shallow. It was just enough to kill him. If it was shallow, he wouldn't have died. If it was deep, he would have been covered in blood. The knife he used on Wang Jingjin was enough to keep Wang Jingjin conscious for 15 minutes before he slowly died. Li Rongtian's hair stood on end. Gu Ming, that bastard, was too cruel. And now, your cousin was stabbed 6 times. Only one knife pierced his heart. The other knife wounds were not fatal. Most of them were superficial wounds. At most, they would have injured his muscles and bones, Su Yun said. So the person who killed your cousin must be a newbie with no experience with knives. Li Rongtian said. Then who did it? Look at your cousin's fingernails. There are some scraps of skin in the 3 fingernails of his right hand. Obviously, he fought back after being attacked. When he fought back, he scratched the suspect. So, there must be 3 scratches on the suspect's body. Su Yun looked at the deceased and analyzed. If I'm not wrong, according to what I saw, the scratches are at least 20 centimeters long. Yang Qi looked at Su Yun in surprise. You studied criminal investigation? This is child's play for us. Su Yun smiled. Why, you learned it too. Of course I learned it. Yang Qi said. I'm just surprised that you can analyze it so quickly. I got the gist of it with one look. This is a quality I must have. Su Yun said. Otherwise, why would I let you go all the way to Beijing to ask for help? Officer, can you stop chatting? Hurry up and tell me who the murderer is. Li Rongtian said. I'm going to King kill him to avenge my cousin. Where do you think this is? Don't you know the law? Su Yun said. I remember that you know a lot. You're still playing tricks with me, aren't you? Li Rongtian gritted his teeth. If I can't find the murderer, how can I explain it to my aunt? Officer Su, Officer Yang, I beg you, you must catch the murderer. The murderer will be exposed sooner or later. The most important thing is the person behind the scenes. Su Yun said. When I asked you where Gu Ming went, you pretended to be stupid and said that you didn't know. Now do you see it? Do you know it now? Who's the one who's good to you? Li Rongtian nodded vigorously. He quickly checked the situation of the fuel tank, and then looked at the backup fuel on the ship. Because people in their line of work always brought their own fuel, they would always add their own fuel at any time. This fuel was cheap, and was obtained through illegal means by some powerful people. As long as there was no invoice, one could buy this cheap fuel. After judging the oil used, Li Rongtian came to a conclusion. If I'm not wrong, when they left Hong Kong and Macau, they must have gone east in a straight line, to the south of Taiwan, and then came to this place. How do you know? Yang Qi was puzzled. Li Rongtian was very sure. Based on fuel consumption. Is this accurate? Yang Qi didn't believe this. He has more experience than us. I think we should trust him. Su Yun didn't have too much doubt. The boat is his boat. He knows this better than anyone. We can completely trust him. Chapter 2280. Although Yang Qi still had some doubts, Su Yun's words had already reached this point, so she didn't have anything else to question. She had been with Su Yun for a while, and her trust in Su Yun was still very strong. Police Officer Su, this is the only clue I can give you. Li Rongtian said. If you still ask me if I found anything, I really don't dare to say anything. My cousin was killed. If I can't catch Gu Ming, I can't give my aunt's family an explanation. I beg you, you must catch that bastard Gu Ming. Su Yun. You don't have to tell me this. As for how you explain it, that's your problem. The business you are doing is not a legal business. It is not protected by the law at all. Your cousin died tragically because of money. Police Officer Su, you can't say this. You are burning the bridge after crossing the river. Li Rongtian was a little unhappy. He is right. If you are doing a legitimate business, there won't be this kind of problem. Yang Qi said. You have done something illegal. Do you still expect the law to protect you? We don't want to see what happened to your cousin, but in the end, he only has himself to blame. Li Rongtian snorted. Doing legitimate business? Then why don't you ask, how many people in Hong Kong and Macau who are doing legitimate business have not been oppressed by Wang Jingjin and Hong Dongxi? They are protected by the law, but they are still bullied. At least I can live happily like this. Su Yin. Now that Wang Jingjin is dead, and Hong Dongxi has been punished by the law, it shows that the law will eventually give a good person an explanation. Wang Jingjin is dead, and there will be another one standing up. Li Rongtian said. You are really too naive. When Wang Jingjin rose, He took advantage of the situation to leave. At that time, there were many loopholes in the handover of Hong Kong and Macau. Yang Qi said, "Now it is different. Now Hong Kong and Macau belong to Huaxia, so there will no longer be people like Wang Jingjin." Su Yun, you should really believe that. Society will only become more and more stable. So what if it's stable? There will still be good people being bullied. Li Rongtian said. Who dares to bully me, Li Rongtian? Even the people from the Hongdong society gave me some face. When their people committed crimes and needed to escape, they would contact me for help. I have a lot of face. The price you have to pay for your face is death. Su Yun said. It's your cousin who died this time. If you keep doing this, you might be the one who dies one day. Li Rongtian was choked by Su Yun's words. He wouldn't deny the possibility of such a thing happening, because he himself had once wondered if there would be a day when he would be forced to know some secrets that others didn't want to know because he was in this industry, and he would be wronged to death in a foreign land. Every time Li Rongtian had such thoughts, he would comfort himself by saying that it was impossible. But now his cousin's death was in front of him. If it wasn't because he had something to do and couldn't take the time, he wouldn't have let his cousin earn such a generous reward. If he did this job himself, the person who died would be him, right? You didn't do this job this time. That's because you are lucky. Su Yun said. But it doesn't mean that you will always be lucky, right? Sooner or later, you will encounter trouble. Li Rongtian lowered his head. I won't let him escape so easily even if he killed my cousin. I want to go with you to catch him. It's not your turn to do this. Su Yun said. You don't have this right, and the law doesn't give you this right. You should go back and accept the trial obediently. Explain clearly what you should and shouldn't say. Maybe you will be given a lenient sentence. But I haven't caught Gu Ming yet, and you want me to go back now? Li Rongtian stared with his eyes wide open. Su Yun nodded. If you don't go back, who will? This boat has to be driven away. Everything here needs to be investigated. Your cousin's body also needs to be cremated quickly. Otherwise, it will really rot. Li Rongtian was stunned. That was indeed the case. You are the only one who knows how to drive a boat out of all the people here. You are also the only one called Water Ghost. Su Yun said. If you don't drive it back, who will? Li Rongtian could only accept his fate. He really had to drive the boat back himself. This boat was worth a lot of money. He couldn't just throw it away like that. Although there was a saying that a boat with a dead person was unlucky, he could just go back and clean it and sell it. After all, no one else would know that someone died on the boat. Faced with the current situation, Li Rongtian could only drive the boat back himself. Yang Qi, take the others and go back with Li Rongtian. I will go to Taiwan myself. Su Yun said. Gu Ming must have a plan. It might not be a good thing if too many of us go. I can do it myself. No, Yang Qi said. I can't let you take the risk yourself. None of us know what's going on with Gu Ming now. Su Yun said. Don't worry. I can still handle Taiwan Island. Yang Qi still insisted on shaking his head. At least let me go with you. If anything happens, I can take care of you. Then, Su Yun thought for a while. All right, then let them escort Li Rongtian back for investigation. We can't let the two of you take the risk alone. This is very dangerous. Let's ask the higher-ups first. Someone gave a different opinion. Su Yun said. Before we came out, your director Lu already said that I have absolute autonomy outside. I have absolute authority to give orders. Now you have to do whatever I want you to do. I won't be in danger on Taiwan Island because I know the people from the Taiwan Three Lotus Society. So, you can rest assured about this. The few of them looked at each other in dismay. No one knew whether they should listen to Su Yun or not. You know the people from the Three Lotus Society? Yang Qi was stunned. Not only do we know them, we're very familiar with them, Su Yun said. I have a certain relationship with the Three Lotus Society. You'll know when the time comes. Yang Qi thought for a while and said, All right, we'll listen to you. I'll go to Taiwan Island with you and let them go back. The others didn't have any objections in the end. Su Yun said, After all, you're all police officers. The Three Lotus Society will definitely have scruples if you all go. So just the two of us will be enough. If there's anything you need help with, I believe they won't be stingy. Then I'll have to trouble the two of you. If there's anything, you have to get in touch with us immediately. We'll help and support you as soon as possible. Su-Yun nodded. Definitely. Li Rongtian started the ship and prepared to leave. After Su-Yun and Yang Qi sent off their colleagues, they contacted the Three Lotus Society. After Wu Yuandong received Su-Yun's call, he was abnormally excited. When he found out that Su-Yun was on an island next to the Penghu archipelago and needed them to arrange for someone to pick her up, he immediately arranged for this matter and directly arranged for a helicopter to pick her up. Due to the limited number of seats in the helicopter, they didn't arrange for anyone to pick him up. They just arranged a place for Su-Yun and the others to meet the pilot. This was really something. When Yang Qi saw that it was a helicopter that came to pick him up, he was really shocked by Su-Yun. Just how much face do you have? You just called the Three Lotus Society and they arranged for a helicopter to pick you up. You're treated like a president. Su-Yun smiled and didn't say anything. He was treated like a president. Who would dare to not be respectful to him when he stood in front of the Three Lotus Society? Of course, Su-Yun couldn't do such a pretentious thing. He just said, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I just think it's more convenient this way. At this time, the helicopter had already landed. After Su-Yun and the pilot confirmed it, the two of them quickly boarded the helicopter and flew directly to Taiwan Island. At this time, Taiwan Island was also ready. Under Wu Yuandong's arrangement, they started to prepare for the reception. The helicopter flew over the sea. The sea scenery was beautiful. If it wasn't for the fact that this matter made people feel annoyed, it would really put them in a good mood. Chapter 2281. This is my first time coming to Taiwan Island. Although it's not that far away, I've never come here before. Yang Qi looked down from the helicopter at Taiwan Island, which was not far away. That's a pity. However, since you're here, you'll definitely be able to have a good time. I'll have the Three Lotus Society's brothers arrange a tour guide for you to take you around Great Bend Island. Su-Yun smiled. Great Bend Island is indeed very beautiful. Treasure Island's curves are not undeserved. Yang Qi said, Unfortunately, we're not here for a vacation. We have a mission. How can we be in the mood to play? Sigh, I'll come again when I have the chance. It seems that you have deep feelings for Taiwan Island. Su-Yun. Since you like it so much, it shouldn't matter if you come here often, right? Being a police officer isn't that hard, right? The salary is not bad, right? At least you can afford to travel. It's not about the money, Yang Qi said. Yang Qi said, I just thought that my first time here in Taiwan would be in a special state of relaxation. Who knew that there would be a quest for me? Su-Yun said, Actually, your mission for coming to Taiwan this time is to walk around and have fun. Who knows, you might bump into Gu Ming somewhere. Don't tell me you want to wait for him behind Taiwan? Are you going to wait for Gu Ming to walk into the Three Lotus Society's trap? Yang Qi was surprised. This was the first time she had heard of such a strange mission. Don't joke around. You really think that we're here to have fun? Didn't Director Liu say that you have to listen to me after we come out? Su-Yun. I'm not joking with you. After you arrive at Taiwan Island, put on some makeup, put on a hat and sunglasses, and really go to Taiwan Island to look for him. Yang Qi's jaw almost dropped. Are you kidding? How can there be such a thing? Are you crazy? How can I find Gu Ming like this? It's impossible. Of course I have my own plan. You were the one who carried out the plan just now. Su-Yun. I'll carry out my plan. Then what's your plan? Yang Qi was confused by Su-Yun's words. My connections can make the people of the Three Lotus Association believe in me, help me and support me. Su-Yun said. I'm afraid that Sanlian won't help you, and she won't believe you either. So don't ask me about my method. Yang Qi said. Aren't you being a little unkind? Isn't this generous? It's already very nice of me not to send you and your buddies back. Su-Yun smiled. Since you've come with me, you have to listen to my arrangements. Otherwise, I'll take back my words at any time. Even if we reach Taiwan, I have a way to send you back. Su-Yun wasn't bragging. It was indeed a bit exaggerated for him to be able to get the Three Lotus Association to arrange a helicopter to pick him up with just a phone call. Su Yin was able to do things that Yang Qi didn't even dare to think about, so when Su Yin said that he had a way to send her back, she didn't doubt it at all. Then can you at least let me know how you're going to find him? That way, I'll feel a little better, Yang Qi said. Su Yin thought for a moment. My plan is to follow the vine to the melon. When the car reaches the mountain, there will be a way. I'll take it one step at a time. As long as we reach Taiwan, there will definitely be a way. Yang Qi said with a wry smile. Your plan is really specific enough. Do you know that if you dare to convey your current plan to Director Liu, he will definitely not believe you immediately? Then let him come up with a plan. If he can come up with a plan, he can only trust me, Su Yin said. There's no point in talking too much. Please look forward to it. Yang Qi grinned and said, You really know how to comfort yourself. At this moment, the helicopter arrived at its destination and started landing. Yang Qi's mood immediately returned to normal. No matter what, being able to use such a special method to reach Taiwan could be considered an exclusive memory of her life. Don't put on airs as a police officer later. You have to understand that the Three Lotus Association is in Taiwan, unlike the Hongdong Society in Hong Kong and Macau. Su Yin said, they're both a society and a legitimate company. They have their own businesses and are directly involved in 2 joint venture car companies. They're legitimate business people. Yang Qi said, Don't worry, I won't provoke them. I know how powerful the Three Lotus Association is in Taiwan, and I also know that they are a legitimate company, but if you dare to play dirty with them, they can still take you down. Su Yin shrugged his shoulders. No matter what, they exist legally in Taiwan, and they are also a large company that pays taxes. So don't treat them like gangsters. Am I that stupid? I'm just a Hong Kong police officer. Why would I challenge the biggest society in Taiwan? Yang Qi said, I'm not as stupid as you think. I won't do such an ignorant thing. Su Yin thought to himself, that's good. Don't let the host feel that you're being rude. The helicopter finally came to a stop. Su Yin saw a lot of people who came to greet them, but because the wind caused by the helicopter's propellers was too strong, the people below covered their faces with their hands. It wasn't until the helicopter came to a complete stop that Su Yin was able to clearly see Wu Yuandong's position. The helicopter cabin opened, and Su Yin and Yang Qi both came down, while Wu Yuandong led his people to greet them. Brother Dong, long time no see. Su Yin greeted with a smile. Wu Yuandong gave Su Yin a hug without saying a word. It's really been a long time since we last met. Brother, didn't we agree to come to Taiwan Island often to play when you're free? The old president trusts me so much that he gave me a lot of important things to do in the Three Lotus Association. I can't let him down, so I can't leave. When you have free time, take it out and use it. Don't waste it. Aren't I already here? Haha, I specially came to see you. Su Yin smiled. Wu Yuandong also grinned. Su Yin raised his fist and shook it. Wu Yuandong also extended his fist and bumped it with Su Yin's. I'd be a fool if I believed you. Did you specially come to see us? Keep making up stories. Anyway, I don't believe you. Brother Dong, at least give me some face. Su Yin. I have friends with me. Wu Yuandong laughed. Your friends are my friends, and they're also friends of the Three Lotus Association. There's nothing to worry about. At this time, a black luxury car not far behind Wu Yuandong honked. Wu Yuandong looked back and almost forgot about it. Brother Su Yin, Miss Lin is still waiting for you. If I waste any more time, I'm afraid she won't be happy. Lin Suyin is here too. Su Yin. She won't give me that much face, right? It's so hot today. I didn't have the nerve to call her because I didn't want to disturb her. Yeah, you might as well call her and let her order me around. She thought that the call was for me and not her. I got scolded for no reason. Wu Yuandong said. In the future, if you're too gay, don't look for me. Look for her. She's so jealous. Su Yin was speechless. He was really drunk. Then let's hurry over. Otherwise, she won't entertain me if she gets angry later. Yang Qi was too embarrassed to speak, but seeing that Su Yin was very familiar with this person, Her awkwardness was reduced a lot. Suyin didn't introduce them because he knew there were other people who needed to be introduced, so he didn't open his mouth. When Su Yin and Yang Qi were led by Wu Yuandong to the black car, the door was opened by a subordinate. Lin Suyin walked out of the car in a white dress. She was really slender and elegant like a fairy. "Miss Lin, long time no see." Su Yin smiled and greeted. "I was wondering why you have time to come to Taiwan Island. It turns out that you have a new girlfriend?" Lin Suyin said. "Are you here for your honeymoon?" Su Yin. "Don't misunderstand. Come, let me introduce you. This is my friend Yang Qi, a high-tech personnel of the Special Operations Department of the Hong Kong and Macau Police Department." After introducing Yang Qi, he introduced Lin Suyin and Wu Yuandong. "This is the leader of the Taiwan Three Lotus Society, Miss Lin. And this is my good brother, Wu Yuandong. He's the leader of the Three Lotus Society besides Miss Lin." "Hello, Miss Lin." "Hello, Brother Dong." Yang Qi still greeted them respectfully. Chapter 2282. Lin Suyin was obviously a little bothered by the fact that there was a girl with Su Yin. When Su Yin contacted Wu Yuandong, he didn't mention that there was a girl with him. Lin Suyin even specially prepared a candlelight dinner. She wanted to catch up with Su Yin at night. Now it seemed that everything was just her wishful thinking. If she didn't want to waste this candlelight dinner, should she give it to Su Yin and Yang Qi? "You flatter me." Lin Suyin said to Yang Qi. "Officer Yang, you can just call me by my name. May I know why the Hong Kong and Macau police came to visit us this time? Our Three Lotus Society has never had any dealings with the Hong Kong and Macau societies. We haven't offended the Hong Kong and Macau police, right?" Yang Qi quickly said. "Of course I didn't come here for that. It's just a small matter. I'll tell you about it later." Su Yin interrupted Yang Qi and said to Lin Suyin. He could see that Lin Suyin didn't like to deal with the police. "Suyin, long time no see. I find that you have become more elegant." Hearing Su Yin's praise, Lin Suyin threw everything to the back of her mind. "Really? In what way? How can you tell?" "It's hard to say. Your aura is bigger. Su Yin, you have the demeanor of the Three Lotus Society's president. So many people came to pick me up. I'm really not used to it." Lin Suyin had really given Su Yin enough face. She had originally planned to only pick him up, but she had even arranged more than 10 cars. This kind of aura was really not something that an ordinary person could give out. "You're good with words," Lin Suyin said. "You're the benefactor of our Three Lotus Society. If I don't take you seriously when you come to Taiwan Island, how can I face my brothers in the future? You're more tactful than before." Su Yin grinned. "Brother Dong, it seems that you've taught Miss a lot." "Brother Su Yin, are you scolding me or praising me? You make it sound like I'm a smooth talker. Don't tell me that I'm usually a smooth talker." Wu Yuandong also laughed out loud. "I say let's go. Don't stay here. Miss, the candlelight dinner you prepared for 2 people is useless. Let's go to the place I arranged. Let's have a good time and have a few more drinks." When Lin Suyin heard that Wu Yuandong had exposed her, she sighed helplessly. Someone like him could still be so smooth with his words. He was about to die. Su Yin couldn't help but laugh. No wonder Lin Suyin had some opinions about Yang Qi. It turned out that Yang Qi had disrupted her plan. Lin Suyin was not a narrow-minded person. He believed that she would laugh it off soon. "Let's go then. I'm really hungry," Su Yin said with a smile. Yang Qi suddenly said, "How about this? Su Yin, you and Miss Lin go for a candlelight dinner. I'll go for a meal with Brother Dong and other friends. This way Miss Lin's efforts won't be in vain." When Lin Suyin heard Yang Qi's words, she felt much better. As a woman, she could feel that Yang Qi said this to clarify her relationship with Su Yin. She wanted to prove that she and Su Yin were just colleagues or friends. She definitely wouldn't be jealous because he went for a candlelight dinner. With Yang Qi's words, Lin Suyin's heart felt much better. Don't listen to Brother Dong's nonsense. Who wants to treat him to a candlelight dinner? Everyone will go with Brother Dong. It's time for him to bleed. "Miss, this is really not your usual style." Wu Yuandong laughed. "Let's go. Eat with me today. Drink with me. We won't go home until we're drunk. Because Lin Suin's private car could only seat one more person, Su Yin and Yang Qi got into another car and followed directly behind Lin Suin's private car. More than a dozen cars left the heliport under Wu Yuandong's leadership. In the car, Yang Qi couldn't help but ask, Su Yin, what's your relationship with Miss Lin? I can't tell. It's really a little unusual. Don't talk nonsense. This is the Three Lotus Gang's territory. If you talk nonsense, you and I won't be able to get out. Su Yin pretended to be mysterious. Yang Qi snorted. Come on, don't hide it from me. Do you think I can't feel it? Let me tell you, I'm a woman. A woman's sixth sense is very accurate. I can feel that Miss Lin's feelings for you are not ordinary. I've been friends with her for a long time. How can I not give her face? Su Yin said. Moreover, the Three Lotus Association has always been particular about the way they do things. That's what they want. From Miss Lin's father to her grandfather, they are all people who care about face and ostentation. It's only natural for her to be particular about the way she does things. That's for the people who should be particular, right? Yang Qi said. I'm a little curious. Why do you say that you are the benefactor of the Three Lotus Gang? It's all nonsense. Su Yin. Don't believe it. It's just a joke. Yang Qi looked at Su Yin with a puzzled expression. She thought to herself that if he didn't say anything, she would figure it out sooner or later. Then, you don't have any feelings for Miss Lin? Yang Qi, let me tell you, the brothers who are driving are also from the Three Lotus Gang. They heard everything you said. Su Yin. If you're not afraid of offending Miss Lin, you can continue to talk nonsense. Yang Qi stuck out her tongue and hurriedly explained to the brother who was driving. Sorry, I was just curious and asked casually. Don't mind me. The brother who was driving didn't dare to mind. The person sitting behind him was Su Yin. He knew very well what kind of person Su Yin was to the Three Lotus Gang. Since you're here, listen to me. I'll get Brother Dong to arrange a tour guide for you. You don't have to worry about anything. You can eat whatever you want and play whatever you want. Su Yin. You don't have to worry about any expenses. I'll take care of it. But I'm not here to play. Su Yin, don't joke around. I want to work with you. Yang Qi said. Su Yin shook his head. It's more convenient for me to work alone. It's also easier for me to communicate with the Three Lotus Gang brothers. After all, you're a Hong Kong and Macau police officer. So you should listen to me, okay? If you really want to solve Gu Ming's problem as soon as possible, then you have to listen to my arrangements. Su Yin. Because Gu Ming even killed the person who drove him here to silence him, it means that he has to stay on Taiwan Island for at least a while. That's why he's worried about the possibility of his target being exposed. So he'll definitely be on Taiwan Island? Yang Qi looked a little more spirited. Su Yin nodded. I can guarantee that he'll be here. When I told you to go around Taiwan, it's really possible that you'll run into Gu Ming by chance. If you really run into him, then tell me immediately and carefully follow him. This is really your mission. You're really not joking? Yang Qi's eyes widened. But I still feel that this mission is strange. What's so strange about it? It's normal. Su Yin. Missions are not limited to any form, any method, and any possibility. As long as there's a clear goal, there's a possibility. That's all you need to do. I need you to promise me that you can complete the mission. Only then can I carry out my mission with peace of mind. In the end, Yang Qi chose to believe Su Yin. She nodded. I promise to complete the mission. You can rest assured. With your promise, I can rest assured. Su Yin smiled. In this way, we'll each do things for our own goals. No matter what trouble or difficulty we encounter, we must overcome it. We must catch Gu Ming. Yang Qi didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Then what if I've explored the entire Taiwan Island and still haven't seen Gu Ming? Don't worry, if there's really a day when you explore the entire Taiwan Island, Gu Ming will definitely be under my control. Su Yin. I promise you, as long as I find clues about Gu Ming, I'll inform you immediately. That's what you said, Yang Qi said. She still felt that her method of looking for a needle in a haystack was very unreliable. She didn't have any confidence or hope at all. Now, She could only pin her hopes on Su Yun and hope that Su Yun could settle everything. I promise you here. Su Yun. If I don't catch Gu Ming, I won't go back. This is called catching a turtle in a jar. Gu Ming is now a frightened bird. He will definitely be careful and hide like a turtle for a few days. When he feels safe and sticks out his head, we'll snap. Cut it off. Hearing this, the brother driving the car couldn't help but shudder. He felt like he was going to castrate someone. Chapter 2283. The motorcade drove all the way back to Taipei and drove directly into the Grand Hotel. Wu Yuandong had already booked a welcome dinner for Su Yun. In addition to Wu Yuandong and Lin Suyin, several hallmasters were also present. Di Zihong and Shi Luanjuan were all present. Yang Qi looked at the magnificent room and sighed again. What kind of person was Su Yun? Yang Qi didn't know how to describe his mysteriousness. She was the one who invited him over from Beijing. He was willing to do such a dangerous undercover job for Hong Kong and Macau. He was flexible and didn't complain even when Wang Jingjin took him as his godson. On Great Bend Island, the largest Three Lotus Association, the Guild Master, the Vice Guild Master and the Hall Masters, who could cause a ruckus on Great Bend Island, were all very respectful to him. Moreover, this kind of respect was not the kind of flattery that was feigned. It was sincere. This was what made Yang Qi feel incredulous. She really didn't know how Su Yun did it. Who was Su Yun? Yang Qi was even more confused. The banquet was very sumptuous. After 3 rounds of wine and 5 dishes, Su Yun finally opened his mouth and explained his purpose and purpose. Obviously, the people in the Three Lotus Association knew very well that if Su Yun didn't have anything important to do, he probably wouldn't have time to come to Taiwan Island. But even if Su Yun came for business, they were still very happy that he could ask for their help. Isn't this too big of a leap? Why are you suddenly working with the Hong Kong and Macau police? Lin Suyin said. Can't you rest? You're so busy every day. I feel tired for you. Su Yun smiled. I also want to rest, but I don't have the chance. Why don't you do things for me? That way I can rest. I'm not as capable as you are. Lin Suyin said. What kind of threat did that Gu Ming have to make you chase him all the way to Taiwan, regardless of the cost? Is it a very important secret? It's more dangerous than secrets, Su Yun said. It's a weapon. When Su Yun said this, Yang Qi couldn't help coughing, as if he wanted to stop Su Yun from continuing. After all, everyone here was from the Three Lotus Group. They couldn't be considered as people from the righteous path. Officer Yang, what do you mean? You don't trust us? Lin Suyin understood the meaning behind Yang Qi's words. If you don't think our Three Lotus Society is trustworthy, then you don't have to come. Even if we help in this matter, we are not helping the Hong Kong and Macau police. We are helping Su Yun. We may not be as righteous as you police, but we are definitely loyal. I'm sorry, Miss Lin, that's not what I meant. Yang Qi looked a little embarrassed. Wu Yuandong was also dissatisfied with Yang Qi's reaction. Officer Yang, the ones who did the wrong thing this time are your people, so what does this mean? It doesn't mean that the police are trustworthy, nor does it mean that we, the Three Lotus Society, are untrustworthy. All right, all of you stop talking. She will have her scruples, that's for sure. Su Yun said, but I don't have any scruples about you. If I did, I wouldn't have come here, and I wouldn't have asked you to help me. Only then did Lin Suyin let it go. We are worthy of your trust. Wu Yuandong said. If there is a person in this room who is a treacherous person, I, Wu Yuandong, will skin him alive. Su Yin smiled. Brother Dong, don't make it sound so bloody. I trust my brothers because of what we went through together. That's why I trust you. We won't let Brother Yin down. A few of the hall masters said. Su Yin continued. The weapon that Gu Ming brought to Taiwan Island is very dangerous. It can turn the entire island into hell in an instant. Everyone frowned one after another, not understanding what Su Yin meant by this. Nuclear weapons? Wu Yuandong said. But he still needs to fire them, right? He can escape with nuclear weapons? That's not possible, right? That's not it. Su Yin. It's a kind of liquid biological weapon. In the form of a virus infection, it can quickly make a person's body rot and lose their mind. It's a kind of virus weapon that can turn a person into a living dead. Hearing this, Lin Suyin felt a little disgusted. Why is there such a thing? What does Gu Ming want to do? It must be for money. Wu Yuandong said, such a powerful weapon, someone with a heart will definitely want to do something terrible after getting it. If those terrorists get their hands on it, the terrorist things they plan will definitely be something we don't even dare to think about. Brother Dong is right. This is indeed very, very dangerous. Su Yun. So we must not let Gu Ming sell the weapon. Lin Suyin frowned. But where did he get this weapon? Why did Hong Kong and Macau develop this weapon for no reason? Hong Kong and Macau don't have the ability to develop this weapon, Yang Qi said. This weapon was developed by a special weapons R&D center in the European Union. After the weapon was developed, they were attacked by an organization called Sky's Eye. Then the weapon was stolen by Sky's Eye. Everyone listened very seriously. It was like an American blockbuster. Because after Sky's Eye obtained the Ebola virus weapon, they wanted to make a deal with Wang Jinjin from Hong Kong and Macau's Hongdong Society. Yang Qi continued. After we got the clue, we carried out a detailed and comprehensive plan to seize the Ebola virus weapon. Hongdong Society's Wang Jinjin? That old bastard is really not afraid of trouble. Wu Yuandong couldn't help but say after hearing this. Don't interrupt others. Lin Suyin motioned for Yang Qi to continue. Su Yin didn't interrupt Yang Qi. Perhaps it was not a bad thing to let the people of the Three Lotus Society know some things. Anyway, he didn't plan to hide things from them. Yang Qi's words showed her trust in the Three Lotus Society. All our plans were planned by Gu Ming, including going to Yanjing to ask Su Yin to help us undercover. It was all arranged by Gu Ming. So Gu Ming knew all the plans. This guy is the mastermind of the incident, so you didn't take any precautions against him. Lin Suyin understood. Yes, because we didn't take any precautions against him. When the Ebola virus weapon was in our hands, we trusted him, Yang Qi said. Yang Qi continued. Then the current situation happened. He took the Ebola virus weapon and fled to Taiwan Island. How did you know he fled here? Wu Yuandong couldn't help but ask curiously. Su Yin smiled. We checked. Moreover, this is the only good place he can come to now. It's surrounded by the sea, with well-developed transportation and economy. It meets his requirements in all aspects. Lin Suyin clenched her fist. Good. Since he dares to come to Taiwan Island, we can't let him do something that will embarrass the people of Taiwan Island so easily. Miss, don't worry. We will do our best. The hall masters said. Su Yin smiled. If you want to help me, listen to my arrangements. Don't alert him first. I don't need so many people to conduct a large-scale search. Since he wants to hide, you won't be able to find him. So don't waste your energy. Let's take it slow. Then, what can I do for you? Wu Yuandong asked. Brother Dong, help me hire a good tour guide. And then ask the tour guide to take Yang Qi to Taiwan to have a good time. There are all kinds of scenic spots, beautiful places, and places full of charm. Arrange a car and take her there. Su Yin said. Wu Yuandong was confused. Lin Suyin was also confused. It can't be. Are the Hong Kong and Macau police that corrupt? Are they out on a mission or a vacation? Yang Qi's face was also very ugly. She also felt that this was very corrupt. This is my arrangement. Su Yin said. You can trust my arrangement. It won't be wrong. This is her mission. She must carry out this mission. It seems that being a police officer is not bad. Lin Suyin said. Then tell me, what mission do I have? Your mission? Your mission is to not make trouble for me. Su Yin said. I'm on a mission now, so I don't have time to play with you. I also don't have time to eat with you. Don't make things difficult for me. Lin Suyin pretended to be angry and stared at Su Yin. So, I'm that insensible in your eyes. Well, I'll pretend that you didn't come. Chapter 2284. I'm just joking with you. Of course, you have to be involved in this. Su Yun. If I don't have Miss Lin's face on Taiwan Island, I really don't have the confidence to settle this matter. I didn't expect you to be so good with words. Lin Suyin said, say it. No matter what you need my help with, just say it. Su Yin smiled. Whether it's the underworld or the police, I'm afraid I'll have to use the Three Lotus Association's face to find out some information. Don't worry about this. Leave it to me. Wu Yuandong said. You just have to give me the photo of the person you're looking for. I'll let my brothers take it and look for him. Even if the entire Taiwan island has to be dug 3 feet deep, I'll find him for you. No, that'll alert the enemy. We can't let them know that we've found him. Su Yun. The person I want you to find is not the person I'm looking for. I want you to help me find a guy who has connections in water and water. He's also ruthless. As long as he can make money, he'll take on any kind of job. Wu Yuandong didn't really understand what Su Yun meant, but since Su Yun asked him to do this, he would definitely do his best. Also, that person will have 3 parallel scars on a certain part of his body. They're about 20 centimeters long, and they're finger scratches. Su Yun continued, maybe on the arm, maybe on the back, of course maybe on the leg or other parts. As long as there are such scars, you must help me pay attention. Lin Suyin said, I really don't know what you're trying to do. Just follow my instructions and look for it. Su Yun, I naturally have my reasons. Remember, don't alert the enemy. If there's a suspicious target, tell me. I'll take care of it myself. Lin Suyin nodded. Okay, I'll leave this to Brother Dong. He'll definitely give you a satisfactory answer. He's familiar with all those people. Don't worry. I'm not worried about Brother Dong. With Brother Dong stepping in, I'm very confident. Su Yin. Brother Dong, thank you for your hard work. Here's a toast to you. I believe that you'll definitely be able to find the culprit. Ha ha, comes cheers. Su Yin gulped down the cup and drank to his heart's content. With the help of the Three Lotus Association, his worries were greatly alleviated. Yang Qi finally understood Su Yun's purpose. Su Yun wanted to cut into this matter through Gu Ming's contacts with the outside world. Li Rongtian's cousin obviously didn't die in Gu Ming's hands, so after Gu Ming came to Taiwan, he must have paid someone to do it. Not only was the murderer ruthless enough, but he also had to know how to sail a boat and be proficient in waterways. Otherwise, he wouldn't have the ability to sail the boat to the west side of the Penghu Islands. Therefore, Su Yun's goal was very clear. There was another thing. Li Rongtian had also said that his ship should have gone to Tainan or somewhere near Kaohsiung before returning, so the target could still be narrowed down. You can mainly look for people in the south, Yang Qi added. No. Su Yun interrupted Yang Qi. We can't be sure of the target's range. It could be anywhere. However, this person's livelihood depends on the waterways, so it's definitely near the seaside port and not inland. As for whether it's in the south or north, it's hard to tell. Yang Qi was stunned. Su Yun nodded at her, indicating that she should listen to him. Su Yun naturally had his reasons for not narrowing down the target. After all, the culprit had just done such a thing, so it was very likely that he wouldn't return to his usual place to avoid the limelight. In addition, he didn't want the Three Lotus Association to focus their attention on one place, which would cause an uneven situation. If the culprit went to the seaside in the north, and the Three Lotus Association's brothers received news that they were focusing on the south, and went to the north without paying attention, then they would miss a good opportunity. Therefore, Su Yun didn't specify a specific area. He wanted to spread the net across the board. I'll search the entire Taiwan island. Don't worry, Wu Yuandong said. I won't drink this cup of wine for nothing. Brother Su Yun, give me 3 days. I guarantee that I'll find the culprit within 3 days. All right, Su Yun said. Then I'll toast you again. The two raised their glasses and drank again. Then shouldn't you toast me too? Lin Suyin said. Although I can't directly participate in helping you do anything, you can tell me anything you want to know. I'll definitely help you find out. I do have something that I need you to pay attention to. Su Yun said. Suyin, you're the young miss of the Three Lotus Association. You'll definitely be able to get some information on all the important matters in Taiwan. If there's any important mission coming up in Taiwan, help me keep an eye out. It doesn't matter if it's a financial group or a powerful force. As long as it's someone with money, pay attention. Lin Suyin nodded. You're not going to let go of even a nouveau riche? Any nouveau riche can be a transaction partner, so I really can't let go of any of them. Su Yin smiled. Thank you for your hard work. It's the easiest for me. It's just a matter of talking. Lin Suyin said. I'm afraid the hardest is still Officer Yang. Starting tomorrow you'll have to patrol Taiwan Island. You must eat well tonight. Otherwise, if you don't eat or drink well in the coming days, I'm afraid that some people will blame you for not treating me well. Thank you for your concern, Miss Lin. Yang Qi said. I'm fine with it. I'll remember the kindness of the Three Lotus Association. I'll never forget the kindness of Miss Lin. If there's anything you need me for in the future, I'll do my best. Lin Suyin smiled slightly. I don't dare to use the Hong Kong and Macau police. If that day really comes, something big will definitely happen. It's too ominous. I'm sorry, Yang Qi said a little awkwardly. Su Yin raised his wine glass and clinked it with Lin Suyin's. Can you stop teasing Officer Yang? Come, I'll drink with you. This way, you can finally shut your mouth, right? What were you doing earlier? You're thinking of me now? I'm not drinking, Lin Suyin said half-jokingly. Everyone enjoyed the dinner very much. Everyone chatted happily, and the happy time always passed quickly. After eating and drinking to their heart's content, Su Yin and Yang Qi returned to the Lin family under Lin Suyin's arrangement. The Lin family had a lot of guest rooms. It was more than enough for the two of them. On the way back, Yang Qi gave Su Yin a thumbs up. I didn't expect you to be so influential. It seems that if I go out with you, no matter where it is, I'll be able to do well, right? That's not necessarily true. Su Yin. If you go to some African grassland, those wild lions and tigers won't give you any face. Even if you go to the grassland, those grassland wolves won't give me any face. Yang Qi rolled his eyes at Su Yin. If you can even survive in the animal world, then you're really not human. If I'm not human, then what am I? Su Yin. You can't scold people like that. Don't give me that. Yang Qi said. When we go back, I'll see how you deal with that Miss Lin. I can see that she's interested in you. Seeing me come with you, she's a little jealous. When we go to her house later, shouldn't you express your feelings? Su Yin said. You can't spout nonsense like that. My relationship with Miss Lin is innocent. I didn't say that you two are not innocent. I just want to trouble you to clarify your relationship with me, Yang Qi said. Yang Qi said. Tell her that you and I are innocent. I don't want to be an outsider here. Do you understand what I mean? Su Yin nodded. I understand. Anyway, you're going to participate in the 7-day tour of Taiwan tomorrow. Why do you still care about this? Of course I care. Yang Qi said. This is a matter of reputation, not other issues. I can ignore other issues, but I can't ignore reputation issues. This is my principle. Do you understand my principle? I understand. I'll listen to your arrangements. Su Yin. When I get off the car, I'll explain to Miss Lin. I'll tell her that you and I have nothing to do with each other. It's purely a cooperative relationship. Is that okay? Yang Qi nodded. That's more like it. Chapter 2285. After everyone got off, Su Yin and Yang Qi's rooms were prepared. There were special people responsible for sending them there. After Su Yin said goodbye to Wu Yuandong and the other hallmasters, he went to the guest room with Yang Qi. The two's rooms were not arranged together. One was on the second floor, and the other was on the third floor. Obviously, the room on the third floor was not a guest room. Lin Suyin's arrangement was not targeted at Yang Qi, but Su Yin was not a guest in her heart, but a family member. Yang Qi could understand this. It could be seen from their relationship that Su Yin must have helped the Three Lotus Club to complete something big. Otherwise, the Three Lotus Club would not respect him so much. Yang Qi was very sure of this. After Su Yin realized this, he did not go to the room Lin Suyin prepared for him, but went directly to her room. You should rest early today. If there is anything, we can talk about it tomorrow. You probably didn't rest well in Hong Kong and Macau during this time, right? Lin Suyin said. Everyone knows that you don't care about your physical condition when you do things. No, I've rested quite well. Suyin nodded and said. I came to tell you that Yang Qi and I are just colleagues. Don't misunderstand. Don't target her. Lin Suyin looked at Suyin up and down a few times. Are you serious? Of course it's true, Suyin said. No matter what the situation was, Lin Suyin was very happy because Suyin took the initiative to explain to her, which meant that Suyin cared about her thoughts. Lin Suyin's heart was much more comfortable and happy that Suyin had this kind of heart. Why are you explaining this to me? Lin Suyin said. Is it to not target her? Or do you have other thoughts? There is no other meaning. It's just this. Don't target her. She is not easy. A girl coming out to do a mission with me is very hard. That's not right. Suyin, when did I target her? How am I targeting him? Lin Suyin said. Didn't I just make a few jokes? You really know how to speak up for her. Why is it that the more you explain, the more I feel like there's something wrong with you? Suyin didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Then I'm just drawing legs on a snake. It's unnecessary. Lin Suyin stopped teasing him. She knew that Suyin had been working too hard recently, so she understood him very well. Alright, don't worry. I've already promised you that I won't let anything happen to Yang Qi on Great Bend Island. I will arrange for someone to protect her. Don't worry. Go and have a good rest. Don't be too tired. Suyin looked at Lin Suyin gratefully. Thank you. Do we still need to be so polite between us? Lin Suyin said. I helped you with something and you still want to thank me. Then how do you want me to thank you? I don't think it's enough even if I give myself to you. Suyin smiled. If you really want to make a promise, I don't mind. If you think it's not enough, you can do it twice. It seems that you still have the energy to joke around. Lin Suyin said. Alright, just you wait. Don't be unwilling when I want to give myself to you. Suyin laughed and stopped joking. I'll go back to sleep first. I'm really sleepy. Thank you for your hospitality. Good night. Good night. Lin Suyin said. Take a bath before going to sleep. Your room is also my private boudoir. Don't make it smell of cigarettes and alcohol. Alright, got it. Suyin waved his hand as he left. Lin Suyin was a lot more mature than before. It seemed that the more things she experienced, the more challenges it was for her. When life's misfortune befell her again and again, it would also allow her to continue to grow. The current Lin Suyin was definitely not the same as before. She was no longer the young lady who only knew how to cry. She had grown into the leader of the Three Lotus Association on Taiwan Island. Although she was still young, she was becoming more and more mature. She was more and more able to gain the trust of others. Unconsciously, Lin Suyin had gotten used to everything and the growth brought to her by this kind of training. The morning air of Taiwan Island was particularly clean. After breakfast, Yang Qi left with the tour guide arranged by Lin Suyin. In addition, she also arranged a few people to secretly protect Yang Qi. After all, she was brought by Suyin. Lin Suyin must not let her have any accident in Taiwan Island. Wu Yuandong had already started his operation when the sun had just risen. People by the sea always woke up very early, and the morning market by the sea was already bustling with activity before the sun rose. If he wanted to find someone, this was the best time. Therefore, Wu Yuandong arranged many of his brothers to go out early this morning. After a morning of searching, Wu Yuandong didn't find anything. After another round of patrolling, it was already noon. He still didn't get any useful information. Brother Dong, I don't think we can do this. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack. It's too difficult. A brother suggested. Brother Dong, if you trust me, I have an idea. It might work. Say it. Wu Yuandong said. As long as it's a good idea, anyone can say it. That brother was indeed a shrewd person. Didn't Brother Yin say that the person we are looking for must be proficient in waterways? He must be familiar with all kinds of boats and has the guts. As long as it's to make money, he can do anything. He must be a ruthless person. That's right. Wu Yuandong nodded. We'll use the reason that the Three Lotus Association is sending out a batch of goods. and say that we're looking for someone proficient in waterways. That brother said, then say that we can make a lot of money. However, the goods are more dangerous. It's also more dangerous when we reach the place. Anyway, we'll emphasize that it's dangerous and we might lose our lives. However, we'll definitely make a lot of money. Wu Yuandong's eyes lit up. You're good, kid. This is a good idea. This way we can lure that guy out. We just need to find the person with the 3 parallel scars among the people who signed up. That's right. As long as we do this, that kid will definitely want to make money. When the time comes, we can easily catch him. The guy who came up with the idea said excitedly, Brother Dong, don't you think my idea is very reliable? It's reliable, very reliable. Wu Yuandong said. Then get ready now. Everyone, go through your own channels and spread the news. Say that there's important and dangerous goods to send to Hong Kong and Macau. Say that it's smuggling. Someone who's familiar with waterways. Someone bold and meticulous. Everyone answered in unison. Yes, Brother Dong. After this matter was arranged, Wu Yuandong felt much better. Regardless of who that person was, as long as Wu Yuandong caught him, he didn't believe that he couldn't pry open his mouth. He wanted to see who was so powerful that he dared to provoke Su Yun. The Three Lotus Association had a large number of members. Now that Vice Guild leader Wu Yuandong had spoken, every one of them did their best to complete this task. Very quickly, everyone on Great Bend Island who was proficient in waterways heard about this matter. Of course, everyone wanted to earn this money. However, when they said that it was smuggling, and they didn't say what it was, they only said that there was a risk of losing their lives. As soon as he said this, many people were frightened. If it was just to smuggle something like a refurbished iPhone, it would be fine. However, if it was to smuggle drugs or firearms, those things would really cause them to lose their heads. Because it was a matter of the Three Lotus Association, anything could be possible. No one dared to guess. Many people stopped immediately. No one wanted to risk their lives. Of course, there were still many people who wanted to wait and see. After all, this thing was too tempting. Everyone wanted to try and make a lot of money. Wu Yuandong used a day's time. There were already dozens of people who took the initiative to send themselves to him, through various channels. The range was narrowed down a lot. However, after the people who came were interviewed, they were all eliminated one by one. The reason was simple. If they didn't have the 3 scars on their bodies, what was the point of coming? It was a pity that these people didn't know the reason why they were eliminated. Some people didn't give up and even sneaked in for a second interview. Wu Yuandong interviewed these people one by one, waiting for the real target to appear. Chapter 2286. President Wu, you can't make a mistake in choosing me. I can definitely do what you need me to do. No matter what it is, as long as you need it, I can safely deliver it to Hong Kong and Macau. This was not the first person to make such a promise to Wu Yuandong. However, after Wu Yuandong saw that they didn't have the 3 scars that Su Yun wanted, he immediately refused. I think you are still lacking. Go back. We will talk about it again when there is a chance in the future. Why? The man was obviously not convinced. President Wu, do you not think highly of me? I can really do it. It's not the first time I've done such a thing. Even if you want me to transport smuggled heroin for you, as long as there is someone there to help me, I can still do it for you. Wu Yuandong glared at the man. What do you mean? The Sanlian Association doesn't touch that kind of thing. Don't you know? It seems that you have done this kind of thing before? Okay, I will have a good chat with you later. Let's see who the F***CK dares to do this kind of business in Taiwan. I didn't. I just said it casually. The man realized that he had said something wrong and quickly apologized. He wanted to leave. I really didn't do anything. Please forgive me, Brother Dong. I can't do it this time. If there is a chance, I will definitely perform well. Wu Yuandong didn't have time to pay attention to him now, so he let the guy slip away. Immediately after, a short but spirited guy came in. After he saw Wu Yuandong, he introduced himself. President Wu, I am Zhao Shuhai from the South Coast. People who know me call me Sea Rat. I am familiar with the waterways around Taiwan Island. Sea rat. Wu Yuandong was startled. This person's eyes had a different look from the previous guy's. Only a truly ferocious guy would have such a look. Some people's words were fake. Wu Yuandong could see it at a glance. Previously, someone came in and said that he had killed people and was not afraid of anything. As long as there was money, he could do anything. The more that kind of person was, the more unreliable he was. A person who had really killed people didn't need to say anything at all. Just a look could reveal the kind of ruthlessness in his bones. This Zhao Shuhai's eyes were different from the previous people. Such a ruthless look, this kind of person who had really killed people. That's what others call me. I don't like it, said Zhao Shuhai. Wu Yuandong nodded. To be honest, I don't like the way you address me either. However, I seem to have heard of you before. It's my honor to be able to let President Wu hear about me, Zhao Shuhai said. President Wu, I wonder if I'm qualified to work for the Three Lotus Association after this incident. Take off your clothes and let me see if you are strong enough. This is not something an ordinary person can do. If an ordinary person could do it, the Three Lotus Association wouldn't have offered such a high commission. Wu Yuandong said, I've heard of the sea rat's name. You're also a well-known figure on the waterways. Zhao Shuhai waved his hand and said, That's because my brothers in the underworld gave me face. After saying that, Zhao Shuhai took off his shirt. President Wu, forgive me for being blunt, but I'm afraid you can't see anything from this. If you want to see strength or ability, wouldn't it be easier to organize everyone and see who can fight and who is ruthless enough? Wu Yuandong's gaze was fixed on the 3 scars on Zhao Shuhai's chest. The 3 scars were about 20 centimeters long, and were exactly the same as Su Yun's description. Good, you little sea rat. I was inviting you into my trap. I didn't expect you to really get in. Good, very good. Wu Yuandong said to Zhao Shuhai, I think you have good potential and are suitable to work for the Three Lotus Association this time. I think you have the potential, so I'm giving you this opportunity. However, whether you can work for the Three Lotus Association or not is still up to our president. Zhao Shuhai smiled. Can't President Wu make the decision for such a small matter? What do you mean by that? Wu Yuandong said. Are you looking down on me, Wu Yuandong, or are you trying to sow discord between me and our president? No. Absolutely not. I don't dare to have any other thoughts. Zhao Shuhai said. It's my fortune to be recommended by President Wu. Then cut the F*** king crap. Wu Yuandong said. Come, follow me back to meet the president. If she takes a liking to you, you'll benefit from this. The money you've earned will be enough for you to spend for the rest of your life. Yes. After Sea Rat and Wu Yuandong got into the car, he was already thinking about what he should do after he earned this money. He had worked so hard to earn money for the past 2 years, so that he could leave after this year. Now that he had such a good opportunity to earn money for the rest of his life, he had to grab it no matter what. He couldn't let such a good opportunity slip away in front of him. Therefore, no matter what, he had to get this opportunity to work for the Three Lotus Association. Soon, Zhao Shuhai was brought back by Wu Yuandong. Su Yun didn't expect to gain so much on the first day. It was far beyond his expectations. This made Su Yun's mood very good. This was a good sign. Perhaps it meant that things would go smoothly from now on. I really want to see what kind of guy Sea Rat is. He dares to earn money from murder and arson. Isn't his guts a little too big? Lin Suyin said. He's really a disgrace to us gays. He's waiting in the reception room. Wu Yuandong said. You guys go and take a look together. Brother Su Yun, that guy has the kind of scars you're talking about, and from the look in his eyes, he's also someone who's done extremely evil things. Su Yun nodded. He believed that Wu Yuandong wouldn't be wrong. When Su Yun and Lin Suyin arrived at the reception room, Zhao Shuhai was sitting on the sofa and waiting quietly. When he saw the president of the Three Lotus Association come out, he quickly stood up. Miss President, my name is Zhao Shuhai. Zhao Shuhai said politely. President Wu asked me to come. I heard that you have a batch of goods to send to Hong Kong and Macau? Lin Suyin said. Looks like you're in a hurry. You're getting straight to the point. I've always been very straightforward. Please don't worry. Leave it to me. There won't be any mistakes. Zhao Shuhai said. I promise to deliver the goods on time. If you need me to do anything else, as long as the price is reasonable, it's not a problem. As long as you can afford it, do you want to kill people? Su Yun threw the question out without hesitation. How much? Give me a number. Zhao Shuhai looked at Su Yun in surprise. Although he didn't know who Su Yun was, he couldn't be a simple person if he could stand together with Lin Suyin. How much do you think is appropriate? Give me a number. Oh, you think I don't know the rules and want to extort me, right? Su Yun sneered. President Wu, you'd better send this kind of person away. I don't do business with people who play tricks. Su Yun said and waved his hand. He was really going to leave. Lin Suyin and Wu Yuandong weren't prepared for this. Zhao Shuhai's reaction was really fast. Boss, please wait a moment. What else do you want to say? You'd better not disturb me and Miss President. Otherwise, I'll make you regret it. Su Yun turned around and pointed at Zhao Shuhai. Zhao Shuhai smiled. I see that you're a straightforward person. All right, I'll give you a price. 500,000 NT dollars for a life. I promise you that I'll do it flawlessly. No one will find out. Su Yun looked at Zhao Shuhai doubtfully. 500,000 NT dollars? You're quite greedy. If I want you to kill someone, what will you do? I'll use a knife. Zhao Shuhai said. Boss, don't worry. As long as you give me the money, I'll do it for you. A knife is more reliable than anything. If one knife doesn't kill you, 2 knives will kill you. If 2 knives don't kill you, 3 knives will kill you. Sooner or later, I'll kill the person you want to kill. That's the only way to be 100% safe. Okay. Su Yun. But why are you charging such a high price for a knife? What gives you the confidence to ask for such a high price? Zhao Shuhai said. To be honest, I've just done such a job. This price is the market price. If you think it's suitable, I'm willing to do it for you. Chapter 2287. Su Yun nodded. That's a good market price. However, I'm not asking you to kill a person and drive the boat to a small island on the west side of the Penghu Islands. What I want you to do might be more complicated and troublesome. Is that still the same price? I'll be making a bargain this way. Hearing Su Yun's words, Zhao Shuhai's expression turned ferocious. Clearly, Su Yun's words had provoked him to a certain extent. However, he reacted quickly and quickly calmed himself down. Boss, I don't know what you mean. I just put on some makeup and you don't recognize me? Su Yun. I just looked for you. Zhao Shuhai looked very surprised. He stared at Su Yun with his eyes wide open. However, he still couldn't believe it. It couldn't be the same person. What? You still can't recognize me? Su Yun said. You're really forgetful, aren't you? I haven't had the chance to thank you for that matter, and now you're working for me again. Bosku, isn't your transformation a little too big? Zhao Shuhai couldn't help but say, I didn't recognize you at all. Su Yun laughed when he heard this. You really can't take a lie. You admitted it so quickly. Zhao Shuhai was stunned. He didn't understand what Su Yun meant. However, his intuition told him that he must have fallen into some kind of trap. He was probably in trouble now. You're so clumsy. You even got scratched to this extent after killing a person. You still have the nerve to accept my job? Su Yun. Aren't you overestimating yourself? Bosku, can you stop joking with me? Zhao Shuhai was prepared to run away at any time. If something happened, he wouldn't admit defeat. Wu Yuandong said impatiently, Bosku? Are you stupid, Sea-Rat? You don't really think that the Three Lotus Society would be reduced to looking for someone to do something outside just to deliver some goods, do you? Let me tell you, if the Three Lotus Society can't do something, no one else can. Do you understand? Zhao Shuhai knew that he had gotten himself into big trouble. Even the Three Lotus Association would cooperate with him. What kind of big shot was this person? He really couldn't figure out what was going on. President Wu, what did I do to offend the Three Lotus Gang? I didn't do anything to offend the Three Lotus Gang. Zhao Shuhai said. Lin Suyin was furious when she saw Zhao Shuhai put his hand on her waist. What? Do you want to hurt me? What's on his back? You're not stupid enough to fight with the Three Lotus Association, are you? Wu Yuandong sneered. You'd better think carefully about what you are. Zhao Shuhai cautiously said. President Wu, I naturally wouldn't dare to make a move against the Three Lotus Association. But if someone wants to force me into a dead end, I'll have no choice but to put up a fight. The brothers who call me Sea Rat all know that I won't give up so easily. I'm just like that rat whose name has gone down in history for 10,000 years. I definitely won't sit still and wait for death. Are you threatening me? Wu Yuandong glared at them and said, Brothers, today, I'll let this sea rat see if the Three Lotus Association is a place where he can mess around. Yes. More than a dozen people surrounded Zhao Shuhai. Zhao Shuhai kept swallowing his saliva. He naturally didn't want to make an enemy out of the Three Lotus Association. Su Yan raised his hand to signal for everyone to stop. He looked at Zhao Shuhai with a smile. I've already said so much. You should know that I know everything that I should know, and I also know things that I shouldn't know. If you continue to bite the bullet, it won't do you any good. Zhao Shuhai stared at Su Yan. Even if he had to go to hell today, he had to drag someone down with him. Then what do you want? If you're willing to cooperate, throw away the thing in your hand. Then I'll give you a chance. Su Yan, if you really think you have the ability to take out your weapon, then I promise you that no matter what you take out, I'll stab it into your heart. You. Zhao Shuhai couldn't say a word in front of Su Yan. What do you want from me? It's very simple. You'll answer whatever I ask you. Su Yan, what's so difficult about that? Also, your cooperation with Gu Ming has already been cancelled. You don't have to worry about him. Zhao Shuhai said, You have a grudge against Boss Gu. Boss Gu? Looks like he's quite bold. He told you his real surname, Su Yan said. He didn't. He said his surname is Wang. I only saw it because his ID accidentally fell out of his wallet. Zhao Shuhai said, Boss, your grudge has nothing to do with me. I'm not Boss Gu's man. He paid me to do something for him. We don't have any other relationship. Do something for you? What do you want? Su Yan. You even dare to kill someone. Are you not worried about that? Zhao Shuhai didn't say anything. His silence was a form of silent agreement. A life for a life. Su Yan. I'll let you be a human today. Gu Ming isn't Boss Gu. He's from the Hong Kong and Macau police. Now that you're suspected of murder, I'm afraid you'll have to go to Hong Kong and Macau to be interrogated. There's no need to trouble the Hong Kong and Macau police to interrogate someone who's too gay. Lin Suyin said, I'll interrogate this matter for you today. Drag this kind of person out and bury him alive. Zhao Shuhai shouted, I'll talk. Ask me. No matter what you ask me, I'll tell you. Are you satisfied now? As long as you want to know, I'll tell you everything. As long as you let me go this time, let me go this time. Su Yan said, Good. Looks like you're really someone who understands the situation. Then tell me, where is Gu Ming now? I really don't know. Of course, he won't tell me where he's going. Zhao Shuhai said, He only asked me to do something for him. After that, he gave me money and we didn't contact each other anymore. You can see that Gu Ming is trying to silence people. Anyone who knows that he's gay has to die. Su Yan. So you're one of them. If you don't want to die and want to live a little longer, cooperate with me. Zhao Shuhai said, I really don't know. I know you don't know. Su Yan. But you must be able to think of a suitable place to hide, right? And I don't believe that Gu Ming didn't ask you about this. Zhao Shuhai's expression was a little ugly. Su Yan. It's up to you. You don't have to say it, but Gu Ming will definitely think that you did. I can tell you directly that he's a very suspicious person. He won't let you go. Whether you want to save yourself or not, it's all up to you. If I cooperate, will the Hong Kong and Macau police give me a chance? Zhao Shuhai bargained. Do you really think that you have a choice? Wu Yuandong stared and said, You don't even know where the person is, and you're still bargaining with us. You're really something. I don't know where the person is, but I can guess that only that place can make him feel at ease. Zhao Shuhai said. As long as you promise me that the Hong Kong and Macau police won't trouble me, I'll tell you. Su Yin nodded. The Hong Kong and Macau police won't trouble you. I promise you. Do you have the final say? Zhao Shuhai still seemed to be in disbelief. You still have the face to question others. Now we are questioning you, okay? Wu Yuandong said. You are really a guy who doesn't understand the situation. Zhao Shuhai said. I don't have any other requests. I just want to take my family away from this place after finishing this matter. As long as you promise me, I'll cooperate with you. Su Yin nodded. Then you lead the way to Guming. Find Guming, and I promise I won't ask more about your matter. Okay, then it's a deal. Zhao Shuhai said. I'll bring you to find him now. Lin Suyin reminded him. Zhao Shuhai, if you dare to play any tricks, I promise that Sanlian will make your family suffer because of you. Zhao Shuhai bowed and said. I don't dare to lie to the president's friends. Please give me a chance. Chapter 2288. Wait a minute. Su Yin suddenly said. Actually, you can tell us where Gu Ming might be hiding. There's no need to trouble you. Since this guy was known as a sea rat, if he escaped into the water, it would be difficult to catch him again. Su Yin did not want to take this risk. If he was really careless and allowed this damned fellow to escape, then it would be troublesome. It wasn't that it would be difficult to catch him again, nor was it that he was afraid that he wouldn't be able to solve Li Rongtian's cousin's case if he escaped. He was just afraid that he would tip off Gu Ming. You don't believe me? Zhao Shuhai said. I've already been kidnapped by you. What else do you think I would dare to play tricks with you? I definitely wouldn't dare to play any tricks with you. Don't worry, the places I'm talking about aren't places that upper-class people like you would know. The brothers of the Three Lotus Association aren't born into upper-class society. You don't have to worry about that. Wu Yuandong said. Whether or not we can find the place is our business. You just need to tell us where it is. But Zhao Shuhai felt aggrieved. This was his bargaining chip, but now he couldn't get any of it. No buts. Wu Yuandong didn't give Zhao Shuhai any chance to find an excuse. Today's matter is settled. Hurry up and tell me all the places you know. I will personally bring people to find them. Zhao Shuhai pulled a long face. President Wu, this isn't good, right? You really don't want to leave me any chance of survival? You don't deserve to be my brother, Wu Yuandong said coldly. Wu Yuandong said coldly. Are you not going to confess to me honestly if I don't punish you? Zhao Shuhai completely lost his temper. He could only lower his head and admit defeat. Who asked him to fall into the hands of the Three Lotus Association? If he really implicated his entire family, he would really be a sinner. The first place Zhao Shuhai confessed was the famous Fisherman's Street. That place used to be a fishing village. After many years of development, the fishing village had expanded a lot. It initially had the size of a small city, but the development suddenly stopped. This was because in addition to the daily seafood trade, there were also some other business activities. Because there were so many people here, it was messy, and it was convenient to go out to sea. So this place became a good place to easily provoke criminals. Because of the appearance of this place, it had caused a few major incidents to happen in Taiwan. Later, the investors in the development of this place were also worried that their investment would not be able to return due to the threat of the local forces, so they all stopped investing. As a result, the development of Fisherman's Street stopped halfway. This situation made the local residents of Fisherman's Street very dissatisfied. Then all kinds of illegal buildings began to appear, and all kinds of houses were built randomly. Even the sea was chained up by many unnecessary boats, turning into roads for the local residents to live on. Therefore, this was a rather complicated place. The messy people and complex terrain would give even the locals a headache, not to mention the foreigners. Wu Yuandong's face was obviously a little tangled. That damn place should be forcibly torn down and rebuilt. A place with such a good geographical location was ruined just like that. It was really a loss for Taiwan. If that place could be properly planned, it would be a place that everyone would like. It seems that that place is really a tricky place. After seeing Wu Yuandong's expression, Su Yin could roughly guess what the situation was. Wu Yuandong nodded. That place is indeed a good place to hide. If I commit any crime, I will definitely hide there. The more this kind of place is, the more reliable it is. Su Yun smiled slightly. Fisherman Street, it sounds like that place is not big? It is not big, Wu Yuandong said. But it is very complicated. The land and the sea are connected. There are all kinds of illegal buildings, all kinds of boats and houses. It is really too messy. It is said that there are more people living in the canopies there than on land. Is there no one to manage it? Su Yin asked. Wu Yuandong smiled. Managing it requires money. Who will pay for it? Who will pay for it? No one wants to get into trouble. That place is too difficult to manage. The living conditions of the local residents are particularly poor. In the past, they could earn some money by eating from the sea. But later, more people went to the sea. And the order was also messed up. Then it was a mess. Su Yin said. That's right. Someone had a crooked idea. They wanted to get more in one go, so they started using all kinds of methods. Some used explosives, some used electric shocks, and all kinds of methods, causing this place to get worse and worse. Wu Yuandong said. Now many people have to go to the distant sea to harvest, but the cost and price of that are high. So the people in Fisherman Street are getting poorer and poorer. Poverty was the best nutrient to nourish crime. The increasing gap between the rich and the poor would make people's psychology produce a special substance. And this special substance would make people have a strong sense of crime. And the sense of crime was often something that people could not avoid. Once there was the impulse to commit a crime for the first time, there would be a second and third time. With the success of one crime, there would be a second and third time. In short, people would have a stronger desire to commit crimes because of this. Sea Rat was like this. Perhaps he was just a little rat before, but as time passed and he succeeded in committing crimes again and again, he earned more and more money. He changed his life and changed the lives of his family. Then his appetite would grow bigger and bigger. He wanted to change the status quo of his family, and make everything better. He wanted to move away from this place and escape from this status quo. So he needed more money. The small crimes he committed obviously could not change all of this. They could only bring some changes to his and his family's lives, but it was impossible to make a huge difference. If he wanted to completely change their living environment, if he wanted to leave this damned place, he could only do bigger things and commit bigger crimes. So he embarked on this road of no return. He began to help people send people to the high seas. He began to help people bring people to the high seas to be executed. And he began to help people transport all kinds of illegal smuggled goods. Then he took on Gu Ming's business. After earning such a large sum of money, he was closer to his dream. The Three Lotus Association gave him such an opportunity. As long as he grasped it, he could change everything. But all of this was not a change. Zhao Shuhai fell into a predicament that he could not get out of. He only hoped that the Three Lotus Association would let him go this time if they really caught the person. Brother Dong, are you saying that the barren hills and turbulent waters produce unruly people? Su Yin asked. Yes. Wu Yuandong nodded. That damned place is indeed not a good place to find people. If that guy is really hiding there, I'm afraid we will be in trouble. If I don't lead the way, it will be very difficult for you to find people in that place. Zhao Shuhai took the opportunity to say, I grew up in that place. I am familiar with that place. Really, I beg you, give me a chance. As long as you give me a chance, I will definitely atone for my crimes. When Wu Yuandong heard this, he was more or less tempted. Su Yin, he might really be useful. Su Yin smiled. It is precisely because he is too familiar with that place that we cannot bring him there. He knows very well where he is, and we will not be able to catch him. Why do you not trust me so much? Zhao Shuhai was a little angry. Su Yin. Then if I say that I can wash away your crimes without you doing anything, would you believe me? Of course not, Zhao Shuhai said. Because what you have committed is a capital crime, so you do not believe that there is anything that can wash away your crimes. Su Yin. Since there is nothing that can wash away your crimes, then you will definitely not cooperate with us. Hai Shu, I will not give you a chance to escape. Save your breath. Zhao Shuhai gritted his teeth. He wanted nothing more than to pounce on Su Yin and eat him alive. Keep an eye on him, Lin Suyin said. Without my orders, no one is to come into contact with him. Otherwise, they will be fooled by him. Chapter 2289. Zhao Shuhai did not achieve his goal, and was directly detained by Lin Suyin's people. He kept shouting that this was illegal torture, but the people from the Three Lotus gang ignored him. If you have the ability, go ahead and sue us. Let's see who will be the one crying in the end. It's already late and Fisherman Street is very messy. I suggest we don't go there today. Lin Suyin said. We don't know the terrain in the first place. I'm afraid there will be more trouble at night. Wu Yuandong nodded. He agreed with Lin Suyin. That's right. It's not suitable to look for someone at night. We might even alert the enemy. I also think we should take action tomorrow. Su Yin did not reject their suggestion. Okay, but I want to take a look at Fisherman Street today. I want to understand the terrain there. If Gu Ming is really hiding there, I need to understand the situation there to have a chance of catching him. Then I'll go with you, Wu Yuandong said dutifully. Forget it, Su Yin said. It's easier to expose the target with two people. Moreover, you're the vice president of the Three Lotus gang. You're too famous outside. Many people might recognize you if you go there. That will be easier to alert the enemy. Wu Yuandong nodded. He thought about it and agreed. Although he was the vice president of the Three Lotus gang, it was inconvenient for Lin Suyin to do many things as a girl. Therefore, he did it on her behalf. For example, sometimes when they wanted to discuss business, they could not let Lin Suyin accompany those men to the sauna for entertainment, right? Therefore, Wu Yuandong's face was quite recognizable in Taiwan. Most of the time, he could solve the problem by just showing his face. It's safer for me to go alone, Su Yin said. Don't worry. I'll be careful. Don't worry. No, it's too dangerous for you to go alone, Lin Suyin said. How about this? I'll go with you. I'm a girl, so I won't attract too much attention. Moreover, Brother Dong is handling the matters outside the Three Lotus gang. Not many people will recognize me. Su Yun said helplessly. You'll attract even more attention. Who wouldn't take a second look at such a beautiful girl? I'll bring a hat and glasses, Lin Suyin said. I don't care. I have to go with you. I can't let you take the risk alone. You are not familiar with that place at all. Su Yin didn't know whether to laugh or cry. She said it as if she was familiar with it. She probably hadn't been to that kind of place at all. Brother Su Yin, let her accompany you, Wu Yuandong said. Otherwise, she will definitely not feel at ease leaving you alone. No matter what, Su Yin can lead you to the place. If you go alone, I'm afraid you won't even be able to find the Fisherman Street. Su Yin had no choice but to agree to Lin Suyin's request. Come with me, but don't act recklessly when we get there. I'm not such an insensible person, right? Lin Suyin said. Since I'm going, I know what I'm going to do. Don't worry. After dinner, the two were ready to start the operation. They drove an inconspicuous Mitsubishi off-road and went directly to the coastal area of the southern peninsula of Taiwan Peninsula. Although Wu Yuandong didn't go, he decided to watch the sea rat personally. He couldn't let this cunning guy escape. After rushing all the way to the Fisherman Street, Su Yin knew why they said that this place was easy for people to hide. This place was really messy. At a glance, there was no way to determine how many buildings there were. All kinds of messy buildings were dazzling. Even if you were walking down there, and someone suddenly jumped over your head, it wouldn't be strange. It was normal for such things to happen in this place. Smoke rose everywhere. The smell of chili powder and cumin powder drifted with the wind. Grilled fish stalls were everywhere. A few grilled fish, some fresh clams, and cold beer were the most common nightlife in this place. Although the Fisherman Street didn't have a good reputation, the seafood in this place was still famous for its freshness. Because the people here ate this kind of food every day, there wouldn't be anything that wasn't fresh. When night fell, many of the famous grilled fish stalls were filled with people who had come to eat fish. The night here didn't only belong to the people of the Fisherman Street. People from all over the world came here. It was fresh and cheap, so it naturally attracted a lot of customers. After Su Yin and Lin Suyin appeared, the residents here weren't surprised. They thought that they were here to eat, so they greeted them enthusiastically. You two? Sit here. The enthusiasm was like fire. We have whatever you want here. Grilled fish, grilled scallops, everything. Fresh abalones that were just fished out today. Do you want to try it? We have empty seats here. The electric fan is very cool. Do you want to try the fresh grilled fish? It's exclusive. This way, please. These people who snatch business seem to be used to it. They wouldn't have any verbal conflicts with each other. They would only constantly introduce what they had to the customers. That's right, constantly. As long as you were within the range of their shouting, you would hear endless invitations. Cheap and fresh. 10-year-old shop. We don't cheat anyone. Look at the size of the fish in our shop and compare it with other shops. I'll reserve a seat for you too. All kinds of ways to attract business emerged one after another. Do we really want to eat a fish later? Lin Suyin asked. We aren't here for supper. Su Yin. We just came out after eating. Are you hungry? Do you think I'm that kind of foodie? I just think that we should disguise ourselves. Look at the people here. They are all here to eat. We don't even have anything to eat in our hands. How disharmonious would that be? Lin Suyin said. Thinking about it, Su Yin nodded. Then let's have something to hold in our hands. It'll look good. Boss, give us 2 bombing squid. Lin Suyin seemed to be prepared. When she heard Su Yin's reply, she turned her head and said to a stall owner. All right. 2 bombing squid. It'll be ready soon. Please take a seat and wait for a while. When business came, the businessman was naturally full of smiles. Do you want anything else? Our pony squid is very special. Do you want to try it? Su Yin nodded. Grill a few for us. If there's anything that's convenient to take away, just give me some. I think you're the foodie. Lin Suyin said. You still have the cheek to criticize me. I only want 2 bombing squid. You really ordered so much. Can you eat it? If you can't eat it slowly. I think this place is quite big. It will take some time to walk around, Su Yin said. The stall owner gave them 2 bombing squid and said, Do you want to go in and walk around? There's no light at night. Be careful of your feet. What's wrong with my feet? Su Yin asked. Many of the roads in Fisherman Street were built by our own people. For convenience, they were built with abandoned ships and templates, so they're not that stable. The boss said, The people here are used to it. You're not from here, so you don't know the way. It'll be quite dangerous for you to walk. Then we'll be more careful. Su Yin nodded. Thank you. Since the other party was a customer, the boss had to say more. If you really want to come to Fisherman Street to play, it's best to do it during the day. There's no light at night. Further inside, there are many old boathouses. They're all on the water. Because the electricity isn't easy to connect, it's dark. There's no electricity? Don't you watch TV at night? Don't you go online? Lin Suyin asked. Haha, the 2 of you. It seems like this is your first time coming to Fisherman Street. The people here don't have the time. Our livelihood is a problem. How can we have the time to watch TV and surf the internet? The boss said, We live to earn money continuously. Otherwise, we'll starve to death. Come, the 2 of you. Your bombing squid is ready. Eat it first. The pony squid will be ready soon. It sounded like the people here were quite miserable. Lin Suyin couldn't bear it. Don't you want to change your living situation? Isn't that terrible? Chapter 2290. Of course I want to. Whoever says I don't want to is definitely bullsh*t. The boss grilled food for the 2 and said, But there aren't many ways to change your lifestyle here. Otherwise you can give up everything here and leave to make a living outside. If you do well, you can stay outside. If you don't, you can die outside. Or, you can just take a different route. The 2 asked curiously, Different route? Do some illegal things. You can still make a lot of money in this place. The boss smiled slightly. I don't let you go in so late at night. It's for your own good. How many criminals are hiding in the old boathouse here? Even I, a local, can't figure it out. This place was really dangerous. But the more it was like this, the more excited Lin Suyin felt. Doing something exciting with Su Yun was what she wanted to happen the most. You have to think carefully. It's easy to get into trouble if you go in the middle of the night. The boss reminded again. Many young men and women think that this place is a good place for a date at night. You know what I mean. Almost all of them have encountered trouble. Lin Suyin was surprised. If it wasn't because she had something to investigate with Su Yun, she wouldn't be so idle to come to this place at night. There are really people who come here for a date when they have nothing to do. Isn't it the pursuit of novelty now? Sex in a car, sex on a horse, those are not rare anymore. The boss said. That's why there are young people who want to try sex on a boat. Only then will there be a sense of novelty and excitement. Haha, aren't you looking for excitement here? When she heard the boss's words, Lin Suyin blushed. She had never thought of sex on a boat. This was too ridiculous. People these days could really come up with anything. Su Yun laughed. Then it seems that there are a lot of like-minded people. Haha. We thought we were the first to try something new. Lin Suyin pinched Su Yun's arm fiercely and stared at him. What nonsense was he talking about? Su Yun had no choice. Since the other party had said so, he had to go along with it. Only by going along with it could others believe that they didn't come here with a goal. Su Yun rubbed his sore arm and quickly dodged. All right, your things are ready. The boss said. The total is 66. I'll charge you 65. Here's 100. Keep the change. Lin Suyin immediately took out her wallet to pay. This amount of money was really nothing to Lin Suyin. Even if it was change, it would be greasy dough twist. She wasn't willing to put it in her bag. The boss smiled and didn't stand on ceremony. Thank you, both of you. If you're still hungry when you come out later, I'll make 2 more bombed squid for you. Su Yun took the skewers and said, All right, I might get hungry later. Let's go quickly. Why are you talking so much nonsense? Lin Suyin was already blushing. Su Yun's words made her feel hot on her face. After the two walked for a while, and saw that there was no one around, Su Yun explained why he said that. It wasn't that Lin Suyin didn't understand the purpose of Su Yun's words, but even if she knew, she still blushed. In this way, the two ate while walking deeper into Fisherman Street. They could feel that there were fewer and fewer solid roads under their feet. Most of the time, they were stepping on floating planks. Some planks were built on abandoned ships, and some were floating empty buckets. The feeling of walking on this kind of road made people feel particularly uneasy. Su Yun knew that his decision wasn't wrong. If he really let the sea rat lead the way here, he could find a place to jump into the sea at any time and escape without a trace. Soon, they arrived at a place where there was basically no road surface. The feeling was really strange. Their entire feet were shaking, which made them feel a burst of goosebumps. The cabins were densely packed and messy. In the darkness, one could only vaguely see the candlelight in some cabins. If one wanted to understand the topography of such a place, it would be impossible to do so without staying for 10 days to half a month. Even if they stayed for 10 days to half a month, there must be a lot of people who would still be confused. If you live in this kind of place for a month, you will feel dizzy on the road in the future. Lin Suyin said, I really can't believe that there is such a place in Taiwan. Even if it's Dubai and Arabia, there are still some incredible places. Su Yun, maybe there is no shortage of such corners in any country or region in the world, right? Lin Suyin said, I just didn't expect it to be so close to where I live. Just when the two came to the depths of the old cabins, a few guys who had been following them finally couldn't stand it anymore. A commotion disturbed Lin Suyin. She obviously didn't realize the existence of danger. It must be hard for you to follow so far. If there is anything, come out and say it, Su Yun said faintly. At this time, 3 figures jumped out directly. Lin Suyin was shocked. In such a dark place where she couldn't even see her own fingers, a few guys with unknown origins suddenly appeared. Who wouldn't be scared? That would be strange. Okay, then we will say it directly. Take out the money if you have it. The leader whispered. Don't make us do it. This place isn't as romantic as you think. If you really die here, I guarantee that you won't be found easily. You want money, right? Lin Suin didn't want to alert the enemy. After hearing the purpose of the other party, she quickly took out her wallet and took out a bunch of banknotes. Take it and do what you need to do. Get lost. Big brother, this woman is quite interesting. She treats us as beggars. We are robbers. The guy on the left stared and shouted. The guy on the right had a smirk. Big brother, I think this woman is quite beautiful. We haven't gone out to vent for a few days. Since we have this opportunity today, we shouldn't waste it. Such a beautiful woman. Isn't it too wasteful for this kid to take advantage of her? The few of them surrounded them as they spoke. This was called giving an inch and asking for a mile. Robbers were all like this. If you didn't take their bait, they would just take your wallet and run away. If you took the initiative to give them money, they would definitely take your mobile phone and jewelry. If you took the initiative to give them to them, they would even think of taking advantage of you. Robbers were so insatiable. This was called a man whose heart was never content, was like a snake trying to swallow an elephant. I advise you to take the money and leave. Su Yin said. Don't get yourself into trouble. Kid, you are good. You are really good. You dare to talk to us like this? Do you not want to live anymore? The leader stared and directly took out a dagger from his back. Do you believe that I will stab you to death now and let you have a taste of this dagger? Su Yin said to Lin Suin. Okay, keep the money. They don't want to give face to us. Lin Suin was a little surprised. She was worried that Su Yin would make these guys scream and disturb the person they were really looking for. However, Su Yin didn't let her worry at all. She saw him suddenly make a move and directly hit the leader's throat with a punch. The arrogant guy threw away his dagger and directly knelt on the ground while holding his neck. This punch was too deadly. He almost couldn't breathe, let alone speak. When the two followers were still surprised, Su Yin grabbed one of them and slammed their heads together. The two of them rolled their eyes and fainted on the spot. Su Yin squatted down and looked at the leader, who was still in pain. You must have done a lot of bad things, right? If people take the initiative to give you money in the future, it means that they don't want to get into trouble. Don't waste their time, understand? Also, don't go overboard. That will easily give people a headache. The guy was in so much pain that he couldn't speak, but he knew what fear was. He nodded desperately, afraid that Su Yin would hit him again. Especially pay attention to your lower body. Su Yin got up and kicked the guy's precious groin. This kind of person couldn't continue to be a scourge. The leader of the robbers, whose face was red, couldn't scream even if he stretched his neck. The heart-wrenching pain could only be slowly digested by himself. Chapter 2291. Let's go. Don't waste time here with them. These bastards are all lunatics. If they're forced into a corner, they'll do anything. Su Yin said. If we don't leave now, we won't be able to leave when their people arrive. Lin Suin was helpless. You know the consequences and you still want to do it. Aren't you afraid of alerting the enemy? We haven't finished looking at the terrain of this damn place. Even if we have walked all over, it's impossible for us to figure out the terrain of Fisherman Street. Su Yin. This place is far more complicated than I thought. I thought that people who lived here for half a month would be able to figure it out. But now it seems that if we don't live here for a year, it's impossible to figure out the situation here. So we don't continue to study? Lin Suin said. That means we give up on familiarity with this place. Yes. Su Yin nodded. It's okay if we're not familiar with this place. Gu Ming won't be familiar with this place either. Everyone's starting line is the same. Lin Suin was a little unwilling. So we're leaving with nothing? Wouldn't we have come for nothing? Of course we didn't come for nothing. We even ate the bombing squid. Su Yin. And it's not like I didn't notice anything. In this section, basically, there will be a section between the three boards that is supported by empty barrels. It should be for better stability. Then you didn't come for nothing. Lin Suin said helplessly. If that's the case, then let's go. At least we won't encounter these troubles if we leave earlier. If you said earlier that it's useless to continue looking, then we would have left earlier. We can't leave earlier. These guys have been watching us for a long time. From the moment we started to enter the houses, they had been watching us. Su-yin. But these guys are quite patient. They can wait for so long before making a move. Compared to this place, it's a place that is deep enough. Lin Suyin said, "You're really astute. Are you praising me or insulting me?" Su-yin. Why does it sound so awkward? Good. It's not that I'm scheming and astute, it's that I'm a genius. Lin Suyin said. Isn't it all the same? You really care about it. Of course, clever is used to describe good people, but scheming is used to describe evil people, Su-yin said. I, Su-yin, have to be clear about what kind of person I am. Lin Suyin did not know whether to laugh or cry. All right, you're a handsome guy. You're the most handsome guy among the good guys. That's enough of a compliment, right? You have to know that it's not a good thing for a man to be labeled as a good guy in our society. Usually when a girl rejects a guy, she'll say, I'm sorry, you're a good person. Right. Su-yin said, come on, that's a joke you guys often use in lousy dramas. I don't mind at all. I feel that only good people are charming. Just look at those villains from before. If a girl fell for them, she would be blind. She's destined to be a bad girl. The two of them quickly left Fisherman's Street as they talked. Just now, they had indeed walked into the center of Fisherman's Street. Su-yin's decision to leave in time was very correct. He was not afraid that someone would take revenge, but he knew that going in would only bring more trouble. He could already vaguely smell the smoke from ice skating in the air. And Su-yin could still vaguely hear the moaning of men and women in the mess. All signs showed that there were too many crimes in this place. If the two of them still wanted to go in, they would only disturb more people, and cause more people to be disturbed. In this way, they would have more and more trouble, and more people would find trouble with them. The commotion would only get bigger and bigger, and more out of control. Therefore, Su-yin decided not to continue exploring, not because Su-yin really thought that there was no point in continuing to explore. In fact, Su-yin's trip here today was quite fruitful. If it wasn't for the dark environment, he believed that he would have been able to get more useful information. However, this should be enough. At least, Su-yin felt that it was enough for now. He believed that Gu Ming spent most of his time here, and didn't know much about the situation. These old boat houses were connected together, and it was no different from a living area. Every once in a while, there was a smelly trash bin. Next to the trash bin were disposable bowls, chopsticks, and fast food boxes. From this, Su-yin could tell that the people here often ate fast food and the like. Because of that, there was garbage. And there was so much of this kind of garbage, which meant that there should be someone here to deliver fast food. That was why there was so much garbage left in this place. Because the people hiding in these places were all sinners, they wouldn't easily show up to look for food, so it was inevitable that such an industry would be driven. Su-yin had an idea in his heart. I naturally have a plan tomorrow to make Gu Ming show up. What plan do you have? Lin Suyin was confused. We don't even know what's going on here. And you have a plan? Yes. Go back to sleep today. You'll know when you wake up tomorrow. Su-yin smiled. The two of them quickly drove away from Fisherman's Street. The three guys who were at a disadvantage today admitted defeat. They couldn't find them anywhere, and it was so dark that they couldn't see each other's faces clearly. So what if they could see clearly? If they really found the Three Lotus Gang, they would be so scared that they peed their pants. Wu Yuandong had been waiting for the two of them to come back safely. When the two of them came back, Wu Yuandong hurriedly went forward to ask about the general situation. In short, we didn't find anything. It was too dark. We couldn't see anything clearly, and the place was a mess. Lin Suyin said, I'm going to take a shower and rest first. You guys should rest early too. After Lin Suyin left, Su-yin said to Wu Yuandong, Brother Dong, can you contact someone who makes fast food? Get a few hundred boxes of fast food delivered here before 10 o'clock tomorrow. We'll bring them to Fisherman's Street. Ah. Wu Yuandong was confused. Why do we need so much fast food? Even if we are going to Fisherman's Street to do work, we can buy food there. We don't need to bring so many boxes, right? This isn't prepared for the brothers who are going to Fisherman's Street. Su-yin. The brothers are working so hard. I can't just let them eat boxes. That would be unfair to them. Don't send too many people tomorrow. 20 people are enough. Leave 10 people at each end of Fisherman's Street. You just have to go in with me. Okay, I'll go in with you. Wu Yuandong nodded. But how do we deal with so many boxes of food? The two of us are going to sell the boxes of food. Su Yin smiled. Wu Yuandong suddenly realized. Brilliant, it's really brilliant. This is really a brilliant plan. I didn't tell Suyin. I'm afraid that she will think it's fun and insist on going with us. Su Yin. The girls who sell the boxes of food are not as delicate as her. If she insists on going, she will definitely be suspected. Gu Ming is the minister of the Special Operations Department of the Hong Kong and Macau Police. He has a strong investigative ability, so we must avoid it as much as possible. You're really thoughtful. Wu Yuandong nodded. The fast food matter is not a problem. I will arrange it as soon as possible. This small matter is just a matter of a word. Before 10 o'clock tomorrow, I will get someone to send the boxes of food over on time. Su Yin nodded. Then I'm relieved. Brother Dong, I'll leave this matter to you. You should also go and rest early. Sea Rat can't escape. Wu Yuandong said. I have already instructed my reliable brothers to keep watch. Thank you for your hard work. Su Yin. That guy killed someone. He must be punished. When the time comes, let Yang Qi take him back to Hong Kong and Macau for trial. Wu Yuandong nodded and said, No problem. As long as he is in my hands, he won't have any possibility of escaping. Then you should go back and rest early, Brother Dong. After Su Yin and Wu Yuandong said goodbye, he turned around and left. He went upstairs to his room to rest. After Wu Yuandong made a call to arrange the fast food box, he went directly to his room on the second floor to rest. Because it was a special event at a special time, Lin Suyin also arranged a guest room for Wu Yuandong at home, so that Wu Yuandong could be ready to listen to Su Yun's orders at any time. Chapter 2292. After breakfast, Lin Suyin urged them to set off quickly. After all, she lived in Taipei, and the Fisherman's Street they were going to was on the southern coast. It would take more than an hour to drive there on the highway. Su Yin was not in a hurry. When it was almost 10 o'clock, Wu Yuandong received a call saying that the fast food delivery car had arrived and was waiting outside. They were ready to go. Wu Yuandong chose 20 brothers who used their brains and reacted quickly. The 5 cars left the Lin family's residence in a grandiose manner. Lin Suyin waited until they left before she felt relieved. She wasn't going to stay idle. She still wanted to find out if there were any rich and powerful people who would visit Great Bend Island. The car that delivered the fast food boxes was waiting outside. Wu Yuandong specially arranged a small van that could load goods to drive over and carry the 3 huge white foam incubators into the car. There were more than 100 fast food in one of them. Brother Dong, you want 300? These 3 boxes are 360 cents. If it's not enough, I have more. The delivery man shouted. It could be seen from the way he addressed Wu Yuandong that their relationship was relatively good. Wu Yuandong said, It's enough. It's definitely enough. Desheng, thank you for your hard work. You definitely don't want the money I give you. When I'm done, I'll treat you to a big meal and introduce a friend to you. Okay, I'll remember to introduce a friend. Desheng, who delivered the fast food box, smiled. Forget about the big meal. I'm not used to those high-end places. If you're worried about the small place not spending enough money, then treat me to a few more times. Ha ha ha. You can also treat me to a pedicure shop near my house for a few more pedicures. Let me tell you, the girls there are also beautiful. They're not worse than the large-scale foot bath city you took me to last time. Okay, you tell me what you want to arrange. I'll arrange it. Wu Yuandong said. Even if it's to eat oyster noodles, as long as you think the place is suitable and comfortable, then I'm fine with it. Desheng grinned. Even if it's to eat oyster noodles, then I'll go to Old Ninth Ma's favorite Dongfa restaurant. That restaurant's oyster noodles are authentic. It could be seen that this Desheng was not an ordinary person, but the business he was doing now seemed to be relatively ordinary. All right, I've unloaded all the lunch boxes. You can go and do your work. Wu Yuandong covered the back door of the van for him and patted the body of the van. Then I'll go first. If you don't have enough, you can call me anytime. I'll send more to you. You can have as much as you want. Desheng said as he started the car and drove away. The two of them didn't talk much nonsense. This kind of relationship was a true friend. Wu Yuandong returned to the car, and everyone rushed directly to Fisherman Street. Desheng is a childhood friend of mine. The two of us were in the army together. Wu Yuandong said, but that guy's personality is really not suitable for being a soldier. He is too casual. After his military service, he committed a crime and went to jail. He was only released a few months ago. Su Yin said, no wonder I still smell like that. I didn't expect him to go to jail. Wu Yuandong said, but since my brother is in trouble, I can't just stand by and do nothing. I asked him to come to Three Lotus Association and work with me, but he said he didn't want to come. He said he didn't want to be restricted and wanted to do something by himself. Su Yin said, so he started a fast food business? Yes. Wu Yuandong said, I really didn't expect him to do this. After he saw the project, he directly came to me and said he would lend me 50,000 yuan to start a business. When I heard that, I thought, what can you do with 50,000 yuan in this day and age? Let alone start a business. So I prepared 500,000 yuan for him. I was worried that he wouldn't want it if it was too much. Although 500,000 yuan isn't much, it's enough to do something. Then this friend of yours is someone worth befriending. Su Yin said, he knows that you treat him as a brother, which is why you helped him. But he also treats you as a brother, which is why he asked you to lend him money to start a business. He didn't directly follow you to Three Lotus Association and rely on you to make a living. He hopes that the two of you will always be friends. He doesn't want to become your subordinate just because he followed you to Three Lotus Association. Wu Yuandong nodded. Su Yin was right. He cares a lot about the brotherly relationship between the two of you. Su Yin smiled. It's a great fortune to have a friend like him. Wu Yuandong shook his head helplessly. He said he wanted 50,000 yuan, so he really took 50,000 yuan. Sigh, I couldn't do anything to him at that time. In the end, he really used the 50,000 yuan to start a business. He started a fast food business and delivered takeout to all the major business districts and office buildings. He delivered thousands of meals a day. In just 1 month, he paid back the 50,000 yuan I owed him. Su Yin admired this kind of person. As long as he was willing to endure hardships, he could make a fortune in anything he did. You don't know, but last month, he was still using a rickshaw to deliver goods. This month, he got into a second-hand van and even hired 2 delivery men. Wu Yuandong said, I have high hopes for him. He will definitely be fine. Su Yin. People with courage will do well no matter what they do. There is no doubt about that. I hope he is fine. Wu Yuandong said. As long as I can help him, I will definitely not let him suffer. I once wanted to help him get rid of his competitors in the same industry. Later, I thought that if he knew about it, he would definitely quit this industry. So I didn't dare to do it. Su Yin laughed heartily. Wu Yuandong's friend was already very generous to go this far. What a loyal friend. The 5 cars arrived at Fisherman Street at lightning speed. Wu Yuandong's men also went to the east and west sides of Fisherman Street. These were the 2 exits of Fisherman Street. The north side of Fisherman Street was facing the commercial district. It was illegally built with several floors, and there was no way to go. The south side was the sea, and it was connected to the boathouses. When the waves were strong, the innermost part would be swept into the water. Su Yin and Wu Yuandong parked the car. They directly put the 3 big boxes of bento boxes on a small cart and prepared to push them into Fisherman Street. At this time, a few people quickly surrounded them. The bald man in front pointed fiercely at the 2 of them and said, What are you doing? What are you pushing? Bento boxes. Su Yin. We are going in to sell bento boxes. Sell bento boxes? Who allowed you to sell bento boxes in this place? Do you know whose place this is? Do you think it is your turn to sell bento boxes here? What a joke. Get lost, get lost, get lost immediately. The bald man said impatiently. Leave some bento boxes for me and my brothers, and I will not let people smash your car. This bald man's attitude was really arrogant. The remaining 10 brothers of the Three Lotus gang all surrounded them. Yo, what, you brought people? The bald man said. Okay, let me see if you are better than me. Let's see who this place listens to. You dare to take my money. I think you really don't want to live anymore. Wu Yuandong clenched his fists and was about to hit them. Su Yin stopped him and said to the bald man, Brother, we are also here to earn some money. Although I don't know who sent bento boxes here in the past, in the future. Can you change it to us? This bald man was obviously the bully here. Those who came to deliver bento boxes were earning money from him, so he definitely had to take some money. Therefore, he couldn't let another person deliver the bento boxes to him. Su Yin understood the reason, so he said, Brother, take our bento boxes and try them. See if they are to your liking. If you have any requests, just say it. Su Yin asked them to take the bento boxes as he stuffed a red packet to the bald man. Brother, I don't know your business here, so don't mind the money. As long as you let us deliver the bento boxes, we can discuss the price when we drink tonight. A smile appeared on the bald man's face. He couldn't tell that this kid knew how to conduct himself, and was good at doing business. Okay, since you are so sincere, I will give you face. After the bald man finished speaking, he took the money. Wu Yuandong and the 10 brothers didn't understand why Su Yin had to swallow his anger. Su Yin had no choice. He didn't want to make a big commotion before they even entered. Now, even the slightest movement could disturb Gu Ming. If Gu Ming was really hiding inside, they really had to do this. They couldn't lose the big picture for the small. Chapter 2293. The baldy took the red packet and squeezed it. It was really thick. His subordinates had already carried more than a dozen box lunches. There were only 6 or 7 of them in total. The person who took the food was really greedy. Because Wu Yuandong wanted Deshang to prepare this lunchbox, Deshang prepared it with great care. This lunchbox could be said to be the battle box of boxed lunches. There were chicken drumsticks, green pepper fried meat, braised pork ribs, sweet and sour pork tenderloin, stir-fried broccoli, dry-fried kidney beans, 6 dishes, for meat dishes 2 vegetables, rice and fried eggs. Oh my god, this lunch box is really sumptuous. Brother, let's let them send us food in the future. We can eat more comfortably. It's much better than that bastard. That restaurant only knows how to pass off boiled cabbage as boiled meat slices. It's just like the food in the cafeteria of the university I went to in the mainland. It's too deceptive. This underling actually went to the mainland to study. The baldy glared at him. Try it first. Don't talk so much nonsense. Can't the drumsticks shut your mouth? You speak as if I want to eat this lousy fast food. I'm in a good mood today, so I'm eating here. In fact, it wasn't difficult to see that this baldy didn't have much ability. He just knew how to fool people. If he really had the ability, he wouldn't be eating boxed lunches here. It was just a helpless action. He relied on the mountain to live off the mountain, and he relied on Fisherman Street to eat boxed lunches. In fact, the other restaurant that delivered boxed lunches didn't take them seriously. They gave him 1,000 yuan every month. In addition, they would give each of them a portion of boxed lunches every day. It couldn't be more pitiful with just these few things. The baldy was a little excited today because of the red packet that Su Yin gave him. It was so thick that it was at least 3,000 yuan. Moreover, this boxed lunches were so delicious. What was the difference between this and ordering from a restaurant? Brother, if you think it's okay, we'll send it in the future. Whatever should be given to our brothers, we won't take a single cent less, said Su Yin. The baldy smiled and put on an arrogant look. Okay, looks like you're sensible. I'll give you face today. Just now, those brothers of yours wanted to glare at me. Why don't you ask around? Who doesn't know my name on Fisherman Street? Brother, thank you for giving me face. Su Yin. Sorry for bothering you today. When I come out later, let's meet again tonight. If you have any requests, we can discuss them in detail in the evening. It's my treat. Sure. Baldy said with a smile. Only when Suyin captured him like this would he really be obedient. In a while, even if someone came to deliver a box of food, he would mercilessly stop them outside. In this way, Suyin could catch rats with peace of mind. Suyin had his reasons for doing this. Otherwise, with his short temper, he would have already punched this baldy until all his teeth fell to the ground. The baldy let them go. Suyin instructed the brothers at the door. As long as someone ran out, they must be taken down. It didn't matter even if they had to use guns. They must not let the person run away. After all, Gu Ming came to Fisherman Street earlier than Suyin. He must be a little more familiar with it than Suyin. Suyin did this to be prepared. After the two of them were ready, they pushed the 300 or so box lunches in. 300 box lunches should be enough. Suyin had already made a rough estimate. After all, most of the people who ate lunch boxes were those rats who couldn't be exposed. So these were enough. The price of such a lunchbox was naturally much higher than the previous one. Wu Yuandong had never sold this before, so he didn't know the price. When he opened his mouth and said 100 yuan, it directly shocked everyone. Many people stared at him. After Suyin changed the price to 20 yuan, they returned to the normal price. But when they opened the lunchbox, they realized that they had made a lot of money today. The lunchbox that they bought for 20 yuan was simply worlds apart from this. This was no different from a feast. If it weren't for the fact that they had no choice, they would definitely not choose to eat that kind of lunchbox. Some people wanted to buy more, afraid that they wouldn't be able to eat it in the future. Suyin limited the supply, one for each person. No one could eat more. He told them that they would be the ones selling lunchboxes in the future, so they didn't have to worry about not being able to eat such delicious food. This calmed the emotions of these people. It seemed that hiding here wasn't a good thing. Gu Ming could endure the humiliation here. He was really good at enduring. These people would never think that Suyin was just fooling them. Whether Suyin found Gu Ming here or not, they wouldn't be able to eat a second meal. Today, if Suyin found Gu Ming, he would definitely not come in the future. If he couldn't find him, he wouldn't come again. The two of them searched house by house like this. With the current situation, it wasn't that easy to find Gu Ming. However, at least Suyin and Wu Yuandong were patient. The possibility of Gu Ming hiding in this place was very high. After all, this was the place where the sea rat, Zhao Shuhai, grew up. Gu Ming came in contact with the sea rat when he came to Taiwan. He even asked the sea rat to help him kill people, but he didn't kill Zhao Shuhai to silence him. This meant that Gu Ming had a certain level of trust in Zhao Shuhai. Otherwise, he wouldn't have left him alive. Now that they had just controlled Zhao Shuhai, Gu Ming shouldn't be suspicious. If Zhao Shuhai didn't show up here for a few days, Gu Ming would definitely be suspicious. Therefore, they had to act in a timely manner. This was also the reason why Suyin couldn't wait to start the lunchbox business here. Do you think Gu Ming is here? Wu Yuandong saw that more than 100 of the lunch boxes had been sold, and he was a little worried. Suyin shrugged his shoulders. I don't know. If he isn't here, we'll think of another way. This is our only hope at the moment. Then we can only continue. Wu Yuandong smiled bitterly. After exploring more than 100 houses, the two of them had basically figured out the situation. They had a rough idea of where the people who lived were likely to buy, and where the locals who lived would ignore them. Soon, they found a secluded boathouse. Wu Yuandong knocked on the door. Do you want a lunchbox? Chicken drumstick and pork ribs lunchbox 20. No. A dull voice came from inside. Suyun's eyes widened. He could tell that although this person deliberately lowered his voice, Suyin could still tell that this person was Gu Ming. That's right, the person inside was indeed Gu Ming. Gu Ming's reaction was also very fast. When he heard that the chicken drumstick and pork ribs lunchbox was 20, he was already suspicious. In the past, the cabbage and radish lunchbox was 20. How could there be a chicken drumstick and pork ribs lunchbox today? He was now on guard with every step. Any small movement would make him feel uneasy, so he would not easily believe any situation. Chicken drumstick and pork ribs and sweet and sour pork ribs. For meat and 2 vegetables, fried egg, white rice. Wu Yuandong continued. Only 20 yuan. You really don't want it? No. Gu Ming continued. I can make it myself. Su Yun nodded to Wu Yuandong, indicating that the person inside was basically certain. Wu Yuandong was slightly surprised, but he quickly recovered. In the future, I won't send such a meal. Today is an exception. If you really don't want it, I'll leave. Gu Ming didn't give a response directly. Su Yun's heart skipped a beat. Gu Ming was a smart person. Perhaps he had already noticed that something was wrong. Su Yun knew that he couldn't wait any longer. He directly kicked the door open. At this time, Gu Ming also walked to the window of the boathouse. Seeing that someone had broken the door, he didn't even think about it and directly broke the window. That's right. It was Gu Ming. Su Yun could determine Gu Ming's warning with just a glance. Su Yun didn't say anything and chased after him. He would never let Gu Ming escape again. Wu Yuandong looked around. He wanted to find a place to surround Gu Ming. Unfortunately, he wasn't familiar with the environment here. He didn't know where there were roads and where there weren't roads, so it was very strenuous for him to walk. He didn't care about the remaining boxes of food. He would leave them for the hungry people here. Gu Ming escaped quickly. Su Yun also chased after him. Last night and today Su Yun had already walked through this place twice. He had a rough understanding of it, so he wouldn't be shaken off by Gu Ming directly. In contrast, Wu Yuandong was a bit strenuous. He was blocked by the road a few times. He was angry. The chase between the three of them unfolded on the floating plank. Chapter 2294. Gu Ming had shown his superiority in the terrain from the very beginning. Su Yun had been one step away from capturing him many times, but Gu Ming had been able to suddenly change directions and open up a new escape route. Gu Ming was able to make up for his disadvantage in speed with such rapid escape. Every time Su Yun increased his speed, he would have to change his direction because of Gu Ming's sudden change in direction. Although he missed the opportunity every time when he was just a step away, Su Yun still didn't give up and insisted on continuing the chase. Su Yun did not need to capture Gu Ming here. He only needed to ensure that Gu Ming did not escape from his sight too quickly. As long as he could still see Gu Ming before leaving Fisherman Street, he would still have a chance. After all, Gu Ming could not escape from Su Yun's lock while he was familiar with the terrain. It was impossible for him to win. After leaving Fisherman Street, it was even easier for Gu Ming to be captured by Su Yun. This was something that Gu Ming was still unable to figure out. Gu Ming's current mental state was definitely on the verge of collapse. Every time he was captured, it drove him crazy. No matter what, he could not understand how Su Yun could find this place in such a short time. It was completely out of his expectations. Su Yun and Gu Ming performed a high-speed chase and escape at Fisherman Street. Wu Yuandong was quickly left behind and became a spectator. Because he was not familiar with the environment and road conditions, Wu Yuandong was left far behind. Gu Ming still had one last hope. As long as he escaped from the street and got into the car that he had prepared, he would be able to escape from Su Yun's grasp. When Gu Ming appeared in a frenzy, he heard Su Yun roar behind him, "Stop him!" For some reason, 10 people appeared in front of Gu Ming and surrounded him in an instant. Gu Ming reacted quickly. He kicked one of the people in front of him to the ground. He wanted to break out of the encirclement before the others could fully surround him. The brothers of the Three Lotus Society were not to be trifled with. Without saying a word, they pounced on Gu Ming. Gu Ming struggled many times before he could escape. However, it was already too late. Although the Three Lotus Society brothers had only managed to buy a few seconds of time, it was more than enough for Su Yun. Su Yun finally grabbed Gu Ming's shoulder. Gu Ming was surprised, but it was too late. Clang. When Gu Ming was heavily dragged to the ground by Su Yun, the Baldy and the others who had snatched the bento boxes earlier were so shocked that they broke out in cold sweat. They thought to themselves that there were really people who were willing to risk their lives just for a bento box. Was it worth it? He had already chased her to this extent. Do you think you can still run? Su Yun asked. Gu Ming was still quite calm. He gasped for air and shook his head as he lay on the ground. There was no chance for him to escape now. I give up. I know I can't outrun you. When the 10 brothers of the Three Lotus Society surrounded Gu Ming again, Su Yin released his grip on Gu Ming. Just when Gu Ming thought that Su Yin would not target him anymore, Su Yin stepped on Gu Ming's ankle. When Gu Ming shouted, "No!" he had already stomped down with force. Gu Ming's ankle was dislocated. The joint swelled up like a small bun. It was painful. It was much more painful than a dislocated arm. You can't run even if you want to. Su Yin smiled. Then I'm relieved. I said I give up. I can't outrun you. There's no need to be so ruthless, right? Gu Ming was somewhat angry at Su Yin's behavior. Su Yin looked at him with disdain. How much do you think my trust in you is worth? If you don't know, then let me tell you, it's worthless. I don't have any trust in you, so why should I believe your words? Gu Ming gritted his teeth and didn't say anything to refute. Did you catch him? At this time, Wu Yuandong ran out, panting. Caught him. The brothers of the Three Lotus Society shouted. Wu Yuandong breathed a sigh of relief. He didn't want the other party to escape because he didn't help at all. Wu Yuandong quickly called the 10 brothers at the other end of Fisherman Street to come back. The bald man who had eaten 2 boxes of chicken drumsticks and spare ribs looked at Wu Yuandong and asked, "What's wrong? This kid didn't pay for his meal? Leave this to me. I'll settle it for you." Get lost. It's none of your business, Wu Yuandong said impatiently. The bald man was instantly angry after being scolded. Just now he was polite to him because he wanted to go in and sell the boxes. Now that the boxes were all sold out, he came out and gave him a hard time? Who was he trying to show off to? Of course, the bald man was unhappy. Do you want to die? Don't you know whose territory this is? The bald man shouted as he led his men to surround them. Did you ask for my permission to arrest someone in my territory? Let him go. Wu Yuandong glared at the bald man. I'm warning you one last time. If you don't want to die, get lost. Don't go on and on. Aya, you're still being unreasonable with me, the bald man said. Today, I'll let you know that I'm also a person with a reputation here. I won't let you do whatever you want in front of me. If Gu Ming's ankle wasn't injured by Su Yin, he really wanted to take advantage of these people to find a chance to escape. Su Yin was relieved now. Even if Gu Ming wanted to escape, he didn't have the ability to do so. He turned and looked at the bald man. What's wrong? Didn't you pay and eat? Why are you still looking for trouble with us? Yes, you're the boss. Come. I'll talk to you. You see what your partner's attitude is. The bald man said. If you treat me to dinner tonight, don't bring him. I'm angry when I see him. Su Yin smiled. Do you want to eat dinner tonight? Right, there are still a lot of boxes of food that haven't been sold out. They're just inside. If you're afraid that you won't be able to eat at night, quickly arrange a few of your men to go in and take a look. Maybe they haven't been robbed yet. There might be some bones left for you to eat. The bald man was furious. What do you mean? Do you think I'm a beggar? You really don't think of yourself as a beggar. Wu Yuandong said. If you're not a beggar, what are you? Even beggars aren't as despicable as you. You're a beggar wearing the skin of a gangster. What are you pretending for? Do you believe that I won't break all your legs today? At this time, the other 10 brothers also drove over. When they saw the situation here, they stopped their cars and quickly surrounded them. The bald man was stunned. He looked nervously at the 20 people on the other side, and then looked at the 5 or 6 people under him. The gap was too big. They weren't opponents at all. Calling for help, right? Okay, call for help. Just you wait, I'll call for help too. The bald man glared as he retreated. Seeing so many people on the other side, he was really unsure. His underling knew very well. He whispered, Brother, aren't we all here? Who else are you calling for? The bald man glared at his underling and raised his voice to encourage himself. Who am I calling for? Who do you think I'm calling for? Didn't I tell you before? I have plenty of brothers working for the Three Lotus Gang. I only need to make a phone call. And even the Three Lotus Gang's president will have to give me face and bring people here to settle this matter for me. When the bald man said this, Wu Yuandong and his 20 brothers almost burst out laughing. This guy was really shameless. He dared to say anything. He was really drunk. The Three Lotus Gang, right? Wu Yuandong said to his 20 brothers. Today, let him know what it means to be a member of the Three Lotus Gang. When the 20 men took off their clothes, they were all tattooed with the Three Lotus Gang's black lotus. At that time, the bald man and his 5 or 6 underlings were scared silly. Oh my God, who would have thought that the Three Lotus Gang would come to this godforsaken place to deliver lunchboxes? Was this a joke? However, the bald man was very sure that what he saw was the Three Lotus Gang's black lotus tattoo. As a Taiwan, no one would mistake it for something like that. Crazy, this was really crazy. The Three Lotus Gang was involved in the lunchbox industry. How were they going to let people live? Beat them up. No one knew who took the lead and shouted. The 20 brothers went up and beat up the bald man and his underlings. These guys were really asking for a beating. Who knew how many honest people they had bullied? Today they should be taught a lesson. Suyin no longer cared about what was happening here. He locked his gaze on Gu Ming. Chapter 2295. Suyin, you're really something. You can even move someone from the Three Lotus Association. Although Gu Ming had already been subdued, he still couldn't help but admire him. So this must be President Wu of the Three Lotus Association? Wu Yuandong was stunned. This guy knew quite a lot. That's right, it's me. I heard that you're a Hong Kong and Macau police officer. How did you end up like this? You have to stay in Fisherman Street to avoid trouble. How sad. What's so sad about that? Gu Ming said. Suyin, you must have paid a hefty price to get the help of the Three Lotus Association, right? Ha ha ha, the Three Lotus Association should be careful. Be careful not to end up like the Hongdong Society, being played by Suyin. Wu Yuandong glared at Gu Ming. This guy was actually trying to drive a wedge between them. Let me tell you, our Three Lotus Association isn't doing something as lawless as the Hongdong Association. What we do is legitimate business. There's nothing to worry about. Then you should still worry about Suyin. He's very shrewd. Gu Ming still didn't give up. You might even let him usurp your power. It'll be too late for regrets. Suyin only smiled at this. This Gu Ming was 100 times, 1,000 times more annoying than he had imagined. Even if brother Suyin asks me for the position of vice president today, I'll give it to him without a second thought. Wu Yuandong said. Even if he wants the entire Three Lotus Association, our president will support him without a second thought. Do you believe me? Gu Ming's face was filled with astonishment. He did not understand what method Suyin had used to brainwash the other party, to actually make the other party so dead set on supporting him. If you still want to continue, I'll give you time. I have plenty of time anyway. Suyin smiled. If you think it's meaningless, I'll take you to see the president of the Three Lotus Society. Maybe you can tell her how bad of a person I am, and you'll have a chance to live. Gu Ming snorted, but he didn't think that Suyin's words were unreasonable. If Suyin really gave him the chance to meet the president of the Three Lotus Society, he would have a good talk with her. Even if he didn't have a good time, he couldn't let Suyin have a good time. Let's go. Since you're not convinced, I'll give you a chance. After Suyin finished speaking, he pulled Gu Ming up. He wanted to bring Gu Ming back to the Three Lotus Association. After all, they had only captured Gu Ming, and Gu Ming did not have the black box containing the Ebola virus weapon with him. Suyin knew that with Gu Ming's intelligence, he must have hidden the box somewhere no one would expect him to. He would never leave the box in the house under the canopy, nor would he carry it around with him. Gu Ming knew better than anyone how dangerous Ebola was, so the place he hid it must be very safe. Suyin wasn't worried at all. That was why he said he had plenty of time to play with Gu Ming. Let's go. Wu Yuandong shouted to his 20 brothers. Let's go back. Only then did the 20 men stop. The Baldy and the other 5 or 6 men were beaten black and blue, especially the Baldy who was their leader. Even his mother wouldn't be able to recognize him. This was truly pitiful. The Baldy's face was beaten until it looked like a pig's head. He only came back to his senses after the other party had all left. He asked his brothers pitifully, "What happened just now? What happened to us?" "Bro, your face is swollen. Your whole face is swollen." The other brothers who were beaten up wanted to cry too. Bro, do you think it's worth it to get beaten up like this just for a boxed lunch of chicken drumsticks and pork ribs? Yeah, bro. If you don't get an injection to reduce the swelling, even your mother won't be able to recognize you when you get home. The Baldy scolded impatiently. How the F***ck would I know that they were all from the Three Lotus Society? Of course it's not worth it to get beaten up for a meal. But didn't they pay us back? The Baldy felt a lot better when he thought of that. It was worth it to get beaten up for 3,000 renminbi. But these underlings didn't get any money, and they didn't think it was worth it. They all surrounded the Baldy and asked for money, saying that they couldn't get beaten up for nothing. If the Baldy didn't pay them, they wouldn't follow him in the future. The Baldy had no choice but to take out 1,000 renminbi and divide it among the other 5. Only after they got the money did they stop. From this point, it could be seen that some of the street thugs in Fisherman Street were in dire straits. They would be very happy if they could get 200 yuan from a beating. It was simply unreasonable. Suyin didn't understand. How could there be such a poor place like Taiwan Island? And there was actually a gourmet professor from the Gourmet Academy. He said that the mainlanders couldn't afford to eat and consume tea eggs. There were also people who said that Taiwan people ate instant noodles at the Shenzhen train station and attracted onlookers. Damn! Didn't they know that the GDP of Shenzhen had already surpassed that of Taiwan? The people in Shenzhen added 4 or 5 sea cucumbers to their instant noodles. Suyin wasn't looking down on Taiwan. After all, Taiwan was one of the 4 Asian dragons. It was definitely an economically developed place. He just couldn't stand some people's inexplicable faces. How did you find me? Gu Ming still had doubts in his heart in the car. If he couldn't solve his doubts today, he was afraid that he wouldn't be able to sit still. Suyin, although you are ruthless enough, you still made a mistake. Since you killed Li Rongtian's cousin, why didn't you wait for the sea rat to return to Taiwan before killing him? If you killed him, no one would know where you were hiding. Gu Ming sneered. What a good Zhao Shuhai. He actually played this trick on me. He said that he wouldn't return to Taiwan after taking the money. I didn't expect him to come back in the end. Gu Ming, you are too naive. You actually believe the words of such a person? Su Yun smiled slightly. Then tell me, where did you put the thing? Gu Ming's expression didn't change. If I tell you, I'm afraid I won't have any chance. If you don't tell me, you will suffer. Su Yun, I don't care about your previous identity. Now that you are in my hands, I won't give you any face. Really? Gu Ming said. Then what do you dare to do to me? At most you can kill me. Then you will never find the Ebola virus weapon. Then there will always be a danger in your heart. It is like a time bomb that can explode at any time. Maybe one day, Taiwan will turn into hell on earth with a bang. Hell on earth. Wu Yuandong wouldn't give Gu Ming any face. He even sprained his ankle while running in that broken place today. If you don't tell me, I will beat you until you tell me. Wu Yuandong's eyes stared like copper bells. He looked at Gu Ming with a, I am so simple and violent expression. He didn't believe that Gu Ming wouldn't confess. Gu Ming still turned his head away disdainfully. He didn't care about Wu Yuandong at all. Because in his opinion, Wu Yuandong would only listen to Su Yun. He couldn't make the decision at all. Su Yun's words were effective. Gu Ming, my friend isn't joking with you. You know what kind of people the Three Lotus Association is. Su Yun, if you really suffer, don't blame me for not reminding you. Su Yun, I am also warning you. Even now my identity is the Hong Kong and Macau police. If you act recklessly, you won't be able to bear the consequences. Gu Ming threatened. Wu Yuandong gave him a big slap. So what if you are the Hong Kong and Macau police? I am also telling you that this place is too gay. Your Hong Kong and Macau police are nothing here. If you are so arrogant, then transfer your Hong Kong and Macau police force here. Let's see who has the final say in this territory. Gu Ming, who had been slapped, realized that the other party was not to be trifled with, so he did not argue anymore. A wise man knew better than to fight when the odds were against him. He did not want to be slapped until he was dazed. Are you not convinced? I will beat you until you are convinced. Wu Yuandong raised his hand again to scare Gu Ming. Gu Ming simply closed his eyes and let the other party show him his attitude. Even if it was a slap, he would endure it for his dignity. But it was absolutely impossible for him to admit defeat. Su Yun smiled slightly and didn't care about all this. Gu Ming's mouth must be harder than anyone else's. He had also seen various methods to force a criminal suspect to speak. So to play with him, Su Yun really had to put in some effort. Otherwise, it would be difficult to force his mouth open. Chapter 2296. Su Yun didn't inform Yang Qi about Gu Ming's capture. Half of the matter was already settled, and the rest wasn't something Yang Qi could handle. It was better to let her have some fun and relax for a few days. Yang Qi had already suffered too much in Hong Kong and Macau. Su Yun didn't want her to worry too much. Su Yun wanted to take on more of the burden himself and share some of Yang Qi's burden. Another reason was that Gu Ming was Yang Qi's former commanding officer. He was also a very important person to Yang Qi. Gu Ming's sudden betrayal would definitely be a huge blow to Yang Qi. Yang Qi definitely didn't want to see the person she trusted so much in the past become like this. People always change. Whether they change for the better or for the worse, it all happened in the blink of an eye. No one could predict what would happen next. Gu Ming was brought to the Three Lotus Association by Su Yun. Gu Ming didn't resist too much. He knew that it was pointless to struggle. He might as well use his strength when it was needed. Lin Suyin was quite shocked. She didn't expect to capture Gu Ming in one go. She was very excited for Su Yun. It went so smoothly. Did I see wrongly? It was settled in one go. Then it seems that the commanding officer of the Hong Kong and Macau Special Operations Department is nothing special. Gu Ming looked at Lin Suyin. I think this must be the president of the Three Lotus Association. To be able to meet you at this stage of my life, I'm really lucky. Know me? Lucky. Lin Suyin laughed. You're indeed a leader. You really know how to talk. Su Yun listened to him. At this time he still wants to get to know me. Should I give him this face? It's up to you. It's up to you whether you want to or not. Su Yun. If Gu Ming really wanted to trick Lin Suyin, Su Yun was sure that he would regret it. Gu Ming said. Putting aside all the other messy matters, just the president's courage alone is enough to make the Three Lotus Association flourish at such a young age. That alone is enough to make me admire her greatly. At the very least, out of all the people that I, Gu Ming, have met, there are very few who are as capable as the president. As for girls, they are even rarer. That doesn't prove how powerful I am or how strong my abilities are. It only shows that you're a frog at the bottom of a well, and have seen too little. Lin Suyin felt embarrassed. Unfortunately, I'm not in the mood today. I don't want to give you face. Don't say it as if we know each other. You're just a clown that I've seen before. Gu Ming's heart skipped a beat. Wasn't the president of the Three Lotus Association giving Su Yun too much face? Lin Suyin said to Su Yun. Now that you've caught them, do you want me to hold a celebratory feast for you? Do you want to escort him back, or do you want the Hong Kong and Macau police to escort him personally? Miss Lin, as the leader of the Three Lotus Association, you really shouldn't be acquainted with Su Yun. Gu Ming gritted his teeth. No matter what, he couldn't just sit there and wait for his death. If you become friends with him, you'll only ruin your family. To Lin Suyin, the words broken family were absolutely taboo. She hated hearing these words the most. Slap him. Lin Suyin waved her hand and signaled her subordinates to do it. Gu Ming hurriedly said, Miss Lin, I definitely don't have any ill intentions. Everything I said was for the sake of the Three Lotus Association. It's all for your own good. We can talk about business and become friends. I can help the Three Lotus Society earn a huge sum of money. And I can also double the fame of the Three Lotus Society internationally. Slap him. What are you waiting for? Lin Suyin said casually, completely ignoring Gu Ming. The underling who walked to Gu Ming's side gave Gu Ming a heavy slap across the face, causing blood to flow from the corner of Gu Ming's mouth. Gu Ming stared coldly at the person who slapped him, gritting his teeth as he squeezed out a few words. I am a Hong Kong and Macau police officer. Do you know the consequences of hitting me? Lin Suyin spoke again. I told you to slap him. If I don't tell you to stop, don't stop. The people from the Three Lotus Association naturally listened to Lin Suyin. They followed up with a few more slaps on Gu Ming's face. Gu Ming couldn't say a word after being slapped. The Three Lotus Association has a very important rule. That is, you can't speak carelessly, especially slanderous words that go against the truth. Lin Suyin said, if you want to sow discord between the Three Lotus Association and Su Yun, I'm afraid that you've really shot yourself in the foot. Gu Ming stared at Lin Suyin in confusion. Why? Why did she trust someone like Su Yun so much? Let me tell you. Without Su Yun, the Three Lotus Association wouldn't exist today, Wu Yuandong said coldly. You've offended the wrong person. Admit it. Gu Ming looked at Su Yun in shock. As a special soldier of Huaxia, you actually colluded with the Three Lotus Association. I'm going to sue you. Let me tell you, if I die a horrible death, you won't be able to live a comfortable life either. Where are you going to sue me? Even if you do, so what? What did the Three Lotus Association do? Did they kill someone or set them on fire? Su Yun said, I don't know what the Three Lotus Association did. I only know that the brothers of the Three Lotus Association helped me capture you, the most wanted criminal in Hong Kong and Macau. Lin Suyin was also very angry at Gu Ming's words. Tell me clearly. What do you mean by colluding with the Three Lotus Association? What shameful things has the Three Lotus Association done? I'm warning you for the last time. The Three Lotus Association is different from those organizations in Hong Kong and Macau. We have our own principles. What principles do you have? You're all shameful. Gu Ming said angrily. Continue slapping him. Once Lin Suyin's temper flared up, no one could control it. Hit him until he can't talk nonsense anymore. Slap. 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 Another 2 slaps. Gu Ming's temper was completely gone. He was really convinced, completely convinced. This damn place was simply an unreasonable place. There was no room for him to speak at all. Gu Ming had no hope of saving himself now. He didn't know what else he could do to get rid of the nightmare that was Su Yun. Oh right, bring that sea rat out, Lin Suyin said. Lin Suyin said, let him see what kind of person this Hong Kong and Macau officer is. After Zhao Shuhai was brought out, he was dumbfounded when he saw Gu Ming. He didn't expect Gu Ming to be so weak. It only took half a day for him to be captured. If I knew you would betray me, I would have installed a time bomb on the ship and let you die with that bastard. Gu Ming sneered. What a piece of trash. Zhao Shuhai was already very uncomfortable and unhappy. Now that Gu Ming pointed at him in public, he became angry. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be in this situation today. I'll remember you. Even if I become a ghost, I won't let you go. You become a ghost? Humph, I'm afraid you're no match for me. Gu Ming said disapprovingly. You bastard, your mouth is really loose. You even revealed that I went to Fisherman Street. Zhao Shuhai said. I didn't know you were at Fisherman Street, but you stayed there for a month a year ago. Others may not know, but I know very well. In fact, Gu Ming knew so much about the situation and environment of Fisherman Street because he had come here to inspect a year ago. He found someone to make a fake case for himself, and then applied for a month's sick leave. Everyone thought he went to see a doctor to recuperate. In fact, he lived in Fisherman Street for a month and explored a lot of the situation here. Although the current Fisherman Street was slightly different from the previous day, these changes were all illegal buildings built randomly. The road was still the same. This time, after arriving at Taiwan, he immediately went to the place on Fisherman Street that he had already set his sights on. He thought that his actions were flawless and that no one would find him. As long as he could endure for a week, everything would calm down after the storm had passed. The Hong Kong and Macau police didn't have the ability to find him within a week, so Gu Ming was very relaxed after making the decision. He didn't think about what would happen if he was caught. Who would have thought that Su Yun would be able to react so quickly, track down his whereabouts so quickly, and even find him hiding in Fisherman Street? All this made Gu Ming feel like he was dreaming. Chapter 2297. Remember this. Sooner or later, I'll make you regret betraying me. Gu Ming glared at Zhao Shuhai angrily. I told you to take the money and get lost. You didn't listen. You even came back to Taiwan. You damn thing. Boss Gu, you can't even protect yourself. You still have the mood to blame me? Zhao Shuhai said coldly. You're really interesting. Save it. I've been harmed by you. I haven't even found trouble with you, but you're challenging me first. Is it interesting? Gu Ming scolded unhappily in his heart. Trash. Just wait for the Hong Kong and Macau police to convict you. You'll never be free in this lifetime. Zhao Shuhai was already very patient, but Gu Ming was so aggressive. I'll take the initiative to tell you everything. I'll definitely reduce your sentence as soon as possible. But I'm afraid you won't be so lucky. Department head Gu, I'll wait for you to come and find me after you become a ghost. Let's see if your ghost life is bigger, or my life is bigger. Trash. Gu Ming scolded again. Zhao Shuhai couldn't take it anymore and scolded back. You're the trash. Su Yun smiled and looked at the two of them. I didn't see wrongly, right? 2 days ago, you were still close partners. You trusted each other, and even helped each other to kill people. Now you're biting each other like dogs? It seems like money isn't a good thing to maintain a trusting relationship. Su Yun, don't waste your breath. It's my bad luck to fall into your hands. Gu Ming said. But if you really want to mess with me, you'll have to know the power of the Ebola virus weapon. I won't hide it from you. The lives of the entire Taiwan island are in your hands. If you dare to do anything to me, everyone in Taiwan can forget about living. Lin Suyin sneered. Shameless boasting. You're already in our hands. What can you do? What can I do? You can ask your Su Yun. Gu Ming said to Lin Suyin. You can ask him what he dares to do to me. If he has the guts, kill me now. Ha 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 ha. I'll make you all live in fear forever. You don't know when Taiwan Island will be finished. You're full of nonsense. Beat him. Continue fighting. Lin Suyin couldn't stand threats the most. After a few more slaps, Gu Ming had no choice but to shut his mouth. However, Su Yun could tell that he was not convinced. Minister Gu, I know. In the past, you've always been the one trying to get information out of people. You have a lot of tricks up your sleeves, so I won't show off in front of an expert. Su Yun said. But don't worry, I'll find out who you're dealing with. Gu Ming said. I don't even know who I'm going to trade with. How could you possibly know? You really know how to joke. Let's just wait. Alright, let's wait. Su Yun. I'm just worried that your food won't be too good. I heard that the chefs of the Three Lotus Association aren't very good. You'll have to bear with it. Gu Ming said. You should know the consequences of my death better than anyone else. Don't threaten me. Threats are meaningless to me. Suyin, I'll leave these two people to you. If you want to give them something to eat or drink, just throw them something. If you don't want to, then forget it. I'm fine with it. Su Yun. The entire Taiwan is only so big. I don't believe that things can be hidden in the King of Hell's palace. Gu Ming gritted his teeth. Although he was confident that the things were relatively safe, he was still uneasy. What if Su Yun found them? If it really came to that, he would have no bargaining chips left. He could only be at the mercy of others. Lock them up and keep an eye on them. Lin Suyin said. These are distinguished guests. Everyone listen up. Without my orders, no one is allowed to get close to the two of them. Then when are we going to deliver food to them? Someone asked. Lin Suyin smiled. Didn't Su Yun just say that I can do whatever I want? It depends on my mood. If I'm in the mood, anything is fine. If not, let them starve. Remember to report to me immediately if there's anything. After everything was arranged, everyone left, leaving behind the two imprisoned fellows who were ashamed and angry. Neither of them was willing to submit to the other. Because of Gu Ming's arrival, Zhao Shuhai did not even have a bite to eat. Zhao Shuhai kept complaining and blamed all his unhappiness on Gu Ming. Gu Ming was even more resentful towards Zhao Shuhai. If it were not for Zhao Shuhai, he would not have been brought to this godforsaken place by Su Yun. In short, the two of them did not get along at all. Fortunately, they were not locked in the same cell. Otherwise, one of them would definitely die. If Zhao Shuhai died, it would not matter. However, if the one who died was Gu Ming, it would be a little troublesome. Gu Ming, because of you bastard, I can't even eat dinner. Zhao Shuhai scolded. People like you should die early to avoid harming others. Gu Ming ignored Zhao Shuhai. He did not believe that Su Yin would dare to starve him to death. However, for the next 2 days, no one sent them a bite of food. If there was no food, they could still endure it. However, the two of them did not even have a sip of water to drink. No matter how angry they were, the person in charge of looking after them was indifferent. Gu Ming even pretended to be dead to attract the person in charge. After lying down for more than an hour, the person did not even look at him. It was as if he did not believe that he would starve to death so quickly. If this continued, he would really die. Gu Ming did not expect the person to provide him with good food and water, but at least give him some water and dry food, so that he would not end up in a field where he would starve to death. This Su Yin really knew how to play. Gu Ming was really convinced by Su Yin. Su Yin knew that any kind of interrogation would be useless against him, so he came up with this method that was even more torturous than an eagle. This was definitely a good way to break down a person's mental defenses. If it was not because Gu Ming's mental endurance was strong enough, he would have already broken down like Zhao Shuhai. The only thing Zhao Shuhai could do now was to beg. He begged Su Yin to let him go, begged Lin Suyin to give him a chance, begged these people to give him a sip of water and a mouthful of food. He was in a state of mental breakdown. The feeling of not drinking water for 2 days was really scary. If Zhao Shuhai didn't have any water to drink, he would really have to drink his own beer. These days he had been taking care of it. He was a person who was prepared for anything. Gu Ming did not think about this. Gu Ming still felt that Su Yin would not dare to treat him like this. However, on the 3rd day, Gu Ming realized what it meant to break down. Zhao Shuhai more or less still had some food. Although it was a little disgusting to drink, it could still save lives. Gu Ming could not even pee. I want to see your miss. I have something to say to your Mississippi, Gu Ming said to the people outside. You can't afford to delay. If you want to eat and drink, do you have to beat around the bush? The person watching over them said. As long as you say what Brother Yin wants you to say, you will be served a Manchu Han imperial feast tonight. I only want to talk to your president. Gu Ming said. The person watching over them waved his hand. Is the president someone you can see just because you want to? Do you really think you are someone important? Once the person watching over them left, Gu Ming completely lost his temper. You can't afford to delay. The one who can't afford to delay is you. What does it have to do with us? Just stay here by yourself. If you can't think clearly, then continue to think. Brother Yin said that he has plenty of time to play with you. You can delay for as long as you want. He said that it's up to you. You can talk whenever you want. He's not in a hurry. Another day passed, and Gu Ming realized that Su Yin was really playing hard on them this time. Zhao Shuhai was so implicated that he could only vent his anger. He did not even have the energy to scold Gu Ming. He really did not know why he was so unlucky. It was not like he did not report it. Why did he have to be punished together with Gu Ming? On the 4th day, the two of them could only rely on their mental strength to survive. The feeling of living was worse than death. Finally, Lin Suyin came in front of the two of them. Gu Ming did not have the energy from a few days ago. He wanted to say something, but he kept his mouth shut. He did not want to waste his energy. Zhao Shuhai, are you hungry? Lin Suyin suddenly threw a bottle of mineral water to Zhao Shuhai. Zhao Shuhai was even more excited than a greedy person who received gold. He used the last of his strength to rush over and drink the entire bottle of water in one go. At this time, Lin Suyin clapped her hands again. Fragrant oyster omelette, rice soup noodles, pan-fried buns, squid soup, danzi noodles. All of them were pushed to the front of the room where Zhao Shuhai was being held. These were all made by Lin Suyin's star chef. Although they were simple snacks, they were definitely not comparable to those sold at stalls outside. You're tuning in to the Earbook Haven YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.